Hello everyone, this is Rebel here on the Man United Agenda, and I am joined by a surprise guest that I didn't know was coming, but I'm thankful for him. Omondi Juma will be taking us through Manchester United versus Liverpool here on our Watchalong/Watch Party. And hello everyone, you're very welcome here to this big Super Sunday match day. Manchester United versus Liverpool at Anfield. It does not get bigger than this in terms of rivalries. And of course, I am joined by the learned centre-back coach, Omondi Juma, who I believe had a big win of his own today.
Word gets around, yeah. People label me as a centre-back because I'm tall, but they don't realise I can play anywhere on the pitch. And today, I manage the team on Sundays, and I don't tend to play because I want the other boys to play. I don't want to come on and take the limelight, as they say. So today we're short of players. I played as a number 10, and I scored a brace in a 3-0 win. And I even took myself off with 25 minutes to go or something to give other people a run out. But beautiful goals. If you want to know more about it, just hit me up, guys. I can go into detail about how I scored the goals, the movement, scored a header from the corner, peeled off the defender, boom! And headed it in. Second goal, set up the play, sent our winger down the left-hand side. He cut into his right foot. I know him really well. Read the run, got in front of the defender, toe poked it in from the cross. And two beautiful goals. I'm delighted. I'm beaming. My chest is swell up. But that's not important. What's important today is we're playing Liverpool, our main rivals. And Rebel, man, I mean, come on. No matter how poor Liverpool's form has been this season, it doesn't matter, does it?
It absolutely doesn't. So it seems anyway, just describing your goals, that the rumours from my scouts that were at the pitch having been a deflection off your keister are absolutely wrong. So I'm glad to know that you were applying a bit of technical nous to the goals. But I do want to mention something because I do see him in the chat. Glenn, James Allen, the master of the ceramic cup, the number one centre-back of Manchester United is right here. This is a real centre-back, Omondi Juma. The butcher.
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid. I think we should play conkers with our mugs to see who really is the hardest out here. Okay. All right.
Well, I'm not putting Martinez's head up against Labhead. Nobody's going to match him. But James, if you want to let the people in the chat know how to get a hold of this mug, drop in the details there, because I know these are going to be much coveted pieces of kit in the not too distant future. And thank you for providing some Man United Agenda merch. But on Monday, it's time to get serious. Time to talk about this game. And now I do know that Mr. B amended his prediction from the preview show. He had said 3-1, but after looking at the form book and the history of the game in Anfield, he's amended that down to a 2-1 victory. But the starting lineup, rather tasty lineup here, if I do say so myself. I do want to say hello to the Bossman, of course, as well, and Bilal and Stuart Marshall. Big up to you both. What's your thinking when you look at this lineup?
It's a derby. We're playing Liverpool. We have to think about Liverpool at their best. And with Dalot, that was a question mark about him. Wan-Bissaka coming down the left-hand side is usually Diaz, isn't it? But lately it's been Nunez and Gakpo. I think he's shown a lot of good defensive skills recently, Dalot. Obviously going forward, he's magnificent. But he's 6 foot tall. Don't forget that. And he's turning into a real giant at right back position. And he's got competition as well, but keeps him on his toes. So he'll be up against with even Nunez, who's quick, strong, direct, and Gakpo, who's quick, strong, direct as well. So as long as he's compact, I think we'll be able to deal with that. The left-hand side, Shaw, is coming up against, what do we know, Salah. I mean, Salah, he scores loads of goals, doesn't he? And he's direct. And he doesn't get back. He doesn't really track back, does he? So Shaw, I think, if he can push him the other way and get on to Trent's back with Rashford, then there's issues. It's going to be great down the left-hand side, I think. Rashford and Shaw against Trent and Salah. Who's going to do the work? Who's going to get on the right side of the play? Who's going to pin who back? It'd be interesting to see. I know Rashford turned Trent, left him on his backside a few seasons ago, cut him in half and scored a goal. Rashford's on form at the moment. So Trent, with the issues they have, with their coming out high line, spacing behind in that fullback position, Rashford's ideal to be playing there today and be getting balls in from Casemiro, Bruno, even Shaw and Weghorst linking up with him. He needs to get space in behind, and I think we can really hurt them. Liverpool, we can't write them off. They're a very good team, especially at home. But to win 2-1, everyone's been talking about us winning. I mean, this is the best side probably we can put out there. Maybe Sabitzer could have played, but we have to wait and see. Liverpool, let's get over the crowd. Let's get over the momentum that Liverpool might have with the crowd in their back, and let's see what happens. I'm just looking forward to this game. It's going to be magnificent. Any thoughts on this lineup for you?
Absolutely. I do want to say just a big hello to the Nine in the chat. Please do like, share, subscribe, and keep your comments coming throughout the game. We do want to hear all your thoughts as the game unfolds. But this lineup is a very interesting lineup. And I think there's a lot of significance beyond this derby game to the fixture because, as we know, Newcastle dropped points. Tottenham Hotspur dropped points. There is a chance to put real distance between us and the others that are kind of hovering around those top 4 positions. You could almost say that a victory today might indeed lock down Champions League football for Manchester United next season. And that's obviously before you even start thinking of the permutations of maybe catching certain parties above us in the table. But again, I think the lineup basically states exactly what Ten Hag's philosophy has been. Strongest lineup out every single game. And that's what he's done here. Weghorst is going to obviously drop a bit deeper, I think, again, and cause a nuisance in the centre of that Liverpool midfield. A Liverpool midfield that in previous years would have been looking to dominate proceedings, but not anymore. They are, at the moment, even by Liverpool fans' own admission, horrendously weak in that area of the pitch. And it is no coincidence that the slide in midfield prowess has led to the likes of your Trents, your Van Dijks, your Konates, your Robertsons being exposed a bit more, and they are leaking more clear-cut goal chances. So that is where we need to put our building blocks. We need to attack them in the centre midfield. We do not want them getting time on the ball in their front 3. That is where they have oodles upon oodles of resources and are officially probably looking at maybe 2 or 3 lines that they could fill in there without dropping any quality because of the amount of talent that they have in that line of the pitch. There's a complete squad imbalance at Liverpool at the moment. It is very much front 3 heavy. And I feel if we can dominate them in midfield, 3 points is here for the taking.
Yeah, there's so many battles on the pitch. Like you said, the midfield battle there is going to be very crucial. I think if we can get amongst them and, even if we don't have, there might be spells when we don't have much of the ball. But I think what we do really well is the transition. And that's where the midfield come into play, pinching the ball in the right areas and 1-2 touch passes, third man runs, get people in behind, and then Bob's your uncle. I do think we can do some damage. I just want to see Anthony providing a bit more of what Rashford offers as well, which would be getting in behind. And rather than getting the ball to feet all the time, use your off the ball movement and get in behind. Make yourself difficult to mark because it's all right getting the ball to feet and then squaring people up and thinking it's like some sort of Showtime futsal kind of exhibition. It's not really working. This is a team game. Get in behind, use your movement, and let people feed you in and get yourself in the right areas. Because he's got a good left foot on him. He can strike the ball really well, as we saw a couple of games ago against Barcelona with that strike. This guy's dangerous, and his drive is good as well. So I'm not faulting any player out there. Every man in this team right now has performed magnificently in their own little way this season. Everyone, even De Gea, in my opinion. Obviously, there's issues with De Gea. I will say, and there will be issues today with De Gea when you compare him to Alisson bringing the ball out, for example, the distribution. But we get behind him because he does make some brilliant saves as well. Martinez, magnificent. Casemiro, absolutely magnificent. These two are giants. I would call them world-class players, in my opinion. Bruno's been immense, in my opinion, as well. So our spine, everything's looking good. And we reflect, only 12 months ago when we were playing Liverpool twice out, we were rattled, we were not at the races, and we couldn't compete with them. But look how time changes, and I hope everyone in the comments is feeling confident as well. Because look, we could lose this game, but it doesn't mean that it's a disaster. This is Liverpool at home, who are going to be extra up for it. Liverpool have got something to fight for at the moment. They want to get back in the top four. And with Tottenham losing and results going their way, they see this opportunity as well. So it's going to be a great, great game. And I've just hold your breath, guys, and tune into our watch-along. This is going to be massive.
Absolutely. And I just want to say, Glenn has also designed a official Man United agenda car sticker. Just let the people know how they can get in contact with you, Glenn, because we would love to see the Man United agenda family repping some Man United agenda branded gear. So let them know how they can get hold of you to make an order. But UK strains, it's like you've read my mind, broski. I was just about to ask for some score predictions. So there's 15 of you there. I want to see 15 of them in the chat. Let us know how you think this game is going to go. On Monday, I want to talk to you about the bench just briefly. Manchester United have Heaton, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Malacia, McTominay, Sabitzer, Garnacho, Elanga and Sancho sitting there ready to deploy. Looking at that, again, concentrating on the Liverpool midfield, if we are sniffing thereabouts in the 65th, 70th minute of this game, and that Liverpool midfield starts to tire, they're not going to want to see a fresh Sabitzer, a fresh Garnacho, a fresh Sancho, and even a fresh Scott McTominay coming on to bolster the reserves, are they?
No, most certainly not. And I just want to say, you give me confidence here, Travis, because you're saying 5-0 to United. I love that, bro. I love that. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, look at the bench. You went through the players there. I think there's a great comment in there as well about the bench from somebody.
Stuart, I think it was, wasn't it?
Stuart, yeah. Talking about the bench. Yeah, Malacia, magnificent. Sabitzer, magnificent. He can come in. He would be the guy, I think, when we can sort of rotate in midfield after 60, 70 minutes, as the manager usually does. Bring him on, fresh legs. McTominay as well. He's an enforcer. He can come on and just see out the game and just run with people. You want to go that way? I'm coming with you. You want to go to the dressing rooms? I'm coming to the dressing with you. That's what he does. He just neutralizes people, takes people out of the game. And he's got he's a physical beast as well. And then you're looking at players like Garnacho. Obviously, that's someone people would love to see come on. This is a stage for him, isn't it? He seems to come on late in games when teams are tired, when teams are stretched. And that's when he does his magic. I mean, it's a nightmare having this short guy with a low center of gravity. Touch. You know, it keeps the ball really, when he dribbles direct and running at you, a bit like Giggs used to do, it's a nightmare for defenders. And I think he can drop a shoulder and just push and go, and someone will be tripping over their own feet at that sort of stage in the game. So Trent and Robinson have got their work cut out today against our wing play. We're matching teams now. The confidence is high. But the bench, yes, the Sabitzer, Garnacho and Sancho for me are key players on the bench. They can come on and really be difference makers. And that's what you want at top level now, for people to come on off the bench and make that 5-man substitution rule really work for you, because our squad is looking really mighty strong. And this is someone who I know, Rebel, you were saying you're always endorsing getting a strong squad in January, getting some more signings in. You must be pleased. And I'm with you on this one. You slapped me up with your prediction for the last couple of seasons about the importance of it. And I could see that judging by our bench today.
Absolutely. We obviously didn't have the transfer funds to go after the top tier of money transfers, but Ten Hag has boxed clever. He saw that it was seen that we needed a midfielder, and it looks like we've developed a decent relationship with Bayern Munich. And if the rumours are true that we can get Sabitzer permanently for under 20 million, give him to me all day, every day. I will take him as part of next season's squad, especially when we have the likes of Eriksen hopefully returning to full fitness. But on Monday, I do want to say that this game is always one that kind of gets you excited. It gets the blood pumping, and rival fans do tend to push buttons of other rival fans. And I do want to say just how important a joint statement issued by Liverpool and Manchester United yesterday was. Ten Hag and Jurgen Klopp both came out and said, whatever about the banter, lads, and I'm paraphrasing here, let's not spit in the face of the tragedies that both these respective clubs have faced. In our case, we obviously recently commemorated the anniversary of the Munich air disaster. And then there was that absolutely abhorrent incident in Hillsborough where 96 people lost their lives unnecessarily. And there's absolutely no room for using that as a weapon to take any sort of pain out of rival fans. So I just want to commend both managers and both clubs on stamping that out. But
yeah. Well, just to add to that as well, like last night I went to a play. It was at the Tabernacle in Ladbroke Grove. It was about the Grenfell disaster, and you know what happened there. And it's an inquest, but as actors playing out the inquest on stage, but it just felt so real. And it reminded me. One of the guys talked about Bradford fire. I remember that. I think it was 1985. I think the Bradford fire, and then obviously with Hillsborough and what happened at Munich with the Man United 58 as well. We go out there to enjoy games, and like you said, what a nice touch from the managers. When you realise the importance of this and how fans have lost their lives going out there to enjoy a game of football. So we have to pay our respects to these things, and let's never, ever undermine what's happened here and mock and all this kind of thing. That has to be taken out of the game. It really is dreadful, some of these disasters, what's happened. And I want to say big thanks to Andy as well for bringing down some memorial stuff from 58. For all the way from Manchester when he came down for the cup final. It's lovely. I've got a lovely little hardback book from him as well. And that's really touched me. I mean, when you really think about it, the impact of these things. So we don't have this bad taste, anyone mocking or anyone getting stupid or saying stupid things about these things. You can just go along, man, because we don't want that round here. But yeah, great clubs, two great clubs, the best clubs in the UK, no doubt about it. Liverpool, they might have the edge in the Champions League. They got that history there. But we are running the Prem with our 13 titles. And it's epic. We're head to head. Every season we're going at it. And this is going to be a massive game today. Honestly, I can't wait. Just get involved, get right into this. And I hope you guys, I'm hearing people saying they're stressed, they're nervous, they're breathing hard, deep breathes from Jackie. Guys, come on. The way we're playing, we've got to have a little bit of confidence, surely.
Actually, Monday, just on a side note, and I will come to this shortly, because I just spotted Vincent Bullock saying, yes, there was a disaster for 39 Juventus fans as well, and Stuart kind of mentioning that the pleas of the managers were not heeded, and that an article was displayed outside the front of Anfield today that flew in the face of the sentiment that they were trying to establish. But correct me if I'm wrong, but is it Harry Maguire's birthday today? Because I could have swear I saw a posting about that on Twitter.
You'd think I would know, wouldn't you? So I'm going to bring out his mug again. Don't forget you can buy these mugs from Glenn. Is doing these lovely mugs with the logo of Man United Agenda and Harry Maguire. And if it is your birthday today, Harry Maguire, happy birthday. I mean, it's been a good week for you. You've lifted the cup. Pairing up with Bruno lifting the cup after getting pelters. But he's probably 30, would that make him 30 now? 30 years old. He's had a good career for someone who started at like Sheffield United and played for Hull. He's really now in England international, been to World Cup semi-finals, been to European Championship finals, banging away a penalty in course in the penalty shootout. He's had a good career, regardless of the Man United spell, which hasn't really worked out for him. So I wish him all the best. Happy birthday to Harry Maguire.
And Kalo coming in with the facts and figures. It's actually your boy Harry's birthday, and also Bradford Fred, or sometimes, as he's known in the second half, Brazilian Fred.
Happy birthday, Fred. Anyone know how old Fred is? He looks like a 16-year-old boy, doesn't he? He's got such a lovely smile, such great energy, enthusiasm. Look at his little face there. Oh, so cute. But you know, someone's got cutest face. I love Casemiro's little cheeks. You know, he's so cute, and he just looks like butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. But he's a nasty guy on the pitch. He does little funny. I saw a tackle building up to the game, and there was a tackle he did on Milner the other day when he was playing for Real Madrid on the touchline. He came through him. Came late, took a yellow card, but clap and really went through him. And I think Casemiro's got everything about him. He's such a he's got that ruthless streak as well that Paddy loves to see. So I reckon, Glenn, get Paddy a mug and get Casemiro on there as well because he's ruthless. I'll tell you what, get the Man United gender logo, get Martinez and Casemiro on there. Paddy's so ruthless, he needs 2 dogs like that on his mug.
Absolutely. And I do hope Paddy can take some time to enjoy the proceedings of the game today, because sometimes I think he lets the application of standards get away from having a bit of enjoyment in the game of football, because that's what we're all here for, because we love the game of football. And no matter what, regardless of what we think of any particular player, once they're wearing our badge, it is our duty to support them. We can be critical and give fair comment, but we are not entitled to abuse any player in our team. Now, I do want to come to some comments. AKA, hello, how are you doing? I do believe this is the first time I've seen you personally, but you may have been in the chat a few times in other shows. Vincent Bullock, I think that they were having a laugh at Mr. B now becoming Mr. Broccoli in the chat. Stewie Marshall, he is very confident. And Vincent Bullock obviously reminding us that it is Homeboy Maguire's birthday today. He is 30. And I'm going to skip that one.
Yeah,
as I was thinking,
come on. We're allowed to comment on someone's looks. You know, I'm not 12. I'm not 12-year-old at school.
I just want to mention the table. United currently have 24 games played, 49 points, 10 points ahead of Liverpool. But a win today would be very, very significant. It would put a 13-point gap between us and not being in the Champions League next season. Surely, barring complete and utter disaster, a win today locks it down.
Yeah, most definitely. But my name's Zach, not Shirley. Most certainly, I agree. I think that this is a massive game for both clubs. I've been saying at this stage of the season, couldn't be any better. Sunday, everyone's tuned in. Everyone stopped watching the F1 to tune into this now. I'm just looking at the league table now. I mean, we've got 13 plus goal difference at the moment now, and before we were on minus or 0 for a long period of time as well. So we've come a long way. And with Arsenal winning yesterday and Man City, we need to get the points today. We definitely need to get the points, and it would sort of give us momentum. We've got like 14 games to go. There's a long way to go, but we do. Seriously, it would make a big statement if we, one, beat Liverpool at Anfield, and 2, beat them as in moving up with the seriousness. They played their games. Can we follow suit and get a win? They had easy teams to play with, Bournemouth and Newcastle. I believe Man City just cruised through Newcastle. I think they're a bit deflated at the moment, this stage of the season. So we got the toughest task this weekend. So if we can step up after all the pressure, it's like over to you, and we deliver, that's a big statement for me.
Absolutely. And speaking of Mr. Broccoli, here he is in the chat. How are you doing? Not us that said this now, Mr. B, so don't blame us. We're not responsible for it. It is your adoring takeaway viewers that have said this. Oh, and interestingly, hang on a second, Mr. B. 3-1. Are you saying that Liverpool are going to slap us up, or do you mean 1-3?
I know he would never talk against United. He would never say that live on the stream. I doubt it. Unless he's been kidnapped and someone else has come in as Mr. B. There's no way.
There is a nefarious double agent in the Mr. B household that wears that other jersey.
Who knows? It's nearly kickoff time, guys. How are you feeling about the game, guys? I mean, come on. This is massive. I'm looking at Liverpool at their best. That's what I'm expecting. They got Konate and Virgil van Dijk in centre back. Virgil doesn't really make many tackles anymore. He's got off the boil a little bit, just a little bit, because he used to be fantastic. Don't know about Harvey Elliott in midfield. I don't rate him. I don't think he's physical enough to get around the pitch. I don't think he offers you enough where he's outstanding skillfully wise. Gakpo, Nunes, and Salah. That's going to be tough. Let's see what they've got. We haven't played against these guys before. And I think it's going to be... Well, I think we played against Nunes, I think. Or was he suspended for our game last time out, I think. So it's the first time we're coming against Nunes and Gakpo. And a lot of time you do data on players. Which way do they turn? Which way do they twist? You know, what they usually do with the ball. And I think for defenders, it's like a debut against these players to see what they got. We need to be careful because they are dangerous.
I just want to mention, I am after syncing my viewing screen with Omondi because I would have been slightly ahead of him. Do keep commenting in the chat as stuff unfolds. This is your watch along. Actually, this is your watch party. We want as much engagement with you all, giving your views throughout the game. Because bear in mind, neither of us are the wordsmith that was John Matson on the commentary mic. So while we will try to kind of point out the kind of big moments of the game and we will be reacting to what's happening on our screen, we do want your input throughout the game because after all, this is our channel, both yours and those that facilitate the shows.
Yeah, most certainly. We're ready to go. Keep the comments coming in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Press the like button. This is it. This is it. As Michael Jackson would say, this is it. This is it. This is it. Massive. I can't wait. I'm going to switch on to my screen. Rebel, over to you. And it's they've kicked off.
Yes, indeed. And thank you very much, UK Strains. We do appreciate your comment there. So we are underway on our screens, probably about a minute behind the live play. But as I said, let us know all your thoughts as we progress through this game. An early free for Liverpool. Who would you want to see, though, kind of taking the initiative and causing Liverpool problems in the early going? Do you want us to kind of soak up the pressure, or do you want us to attack them from the front foot? Let us know your thoughts. Yes, indeed, Vincent Bullock, here we go, indeed, is correct.
So there's another foul here, second foul, and they're already complaining, Liverpool, about it. There was hardly anything in that. He got there a bit late. But it foul on Gakpo from Fred, or from Casemiro.
Casemiro, and there's absolutely nothing in that.
Yeah.
That was Elliott. The...
And Fred got the ball. Got the ball there. So, yeah, Liverpool really sort of trying to hype it up. But it's okay. We be professional. Get on with the game.
Yes, indeed.
Free kick here, deep, just inside their half.
And Casemiro does keep receipts. I agree, UK Strains. I'm looking forward to that duel. Martinez versus Salah. Let us know who you think is the victor in that exchange in the comments. We would love to know whether you think Martinez can keep Salah under wraps. But as you could appreciate, there is a bit of a nervy exchange. Both teams are testing the waters to see whether they can establish a couple of patterns of play and dictate the tempo of this game. Alisson is currently sitting there looking at the ball and not seeing much developing downfield.
So it looks like Bruno's playing off the left, Rashford's the last man up top, and Weghorst is sort of playing deeper in Bruno's role, with Anthony on the right.
Yes, indeed. Interestingly, though, on Monday, no sighting of our resident Liverpool fans in the chat thus far. Bart and Ola Connolly both on the missing list. Obviously, not looking to jinx the situation at present. But Liverpool now getting their first real attack. Salah coming through. That's a bit loose, but well dealt with. Monday, would you like to see a bit more tempo in United's gameplay, kind of pushing up towards those Liverpool players, kind of making them think about their ball deliveries a bit quicker? Because it seemed like Salah had an age to decide what he wanted to do with that ball.
No, I'm quite happy with what we're seeing so far. We're not engaging them. We're allowing them to play here at the back here. And when they get to a certain area, then we will sort of put the pressure on.
Yes, indeed. Actually,
yeah,
Weghorst here,
yeah,
getting through a bit of work rate. I do like that.
And once again, looking for the ball over the top for Rashford to work into. With the keeper as well, Alisson, he comes off his line really well. So there's not going to be much space in behind, with the spacing behind until you get to the sweeper keeper. We just got to play it nice, 1-2 touch football in certain areas and slow it down. There's a foul in behind there from Konate. Slow it down when we're playing in defence. When we're building up, play it nice and slow. And when we get to the final third, you've got to be a bit more snappy about it. Pop the ball around really quick and fast. And that's what I think we've got made a name for ourselves this season by breaking open teams up with those transitions. 1, 2, 3, bam! Suddenly speed it up and get play people in. So we've got a free kick here.
Just want to mention as well, Roberto Firmino announced during the week that he will be leaving Liverpool Football Club. He was a great servant to them as Alisson hits the deck there and he kick out. So there's obviously a bit of grease on the surface.
Here's Salah. Salah gets away from Fred. He's got
nice little recovery.
Great body strength, Salah. But Fred's giving it high fives, done his work. He got shoved off a little bit there, but he came back for seconds. Shows, yeah, in front of the United fans, showed his heart and desire there, Fred.
I wonder, is Fred, after being assigned man-marking duty like he was against KDB on Salah?
I don't think so, no. Here, it's interesting here how we play the ball out. De Gea says, no, I'm going to kick this one long. And let's see where he plays. Look for Weghorst or someone else. I think Weghorst would be the most likely target, but he's got a giant with him in Konate. And they win the header. But it's second ball, we win, and we got possession. So that rather than playing out from the back, it looks like we're going for the long ball there.
Yeah. Manchester United seem to be kind of allowing Liverpool to kind of play a lot of the early exchanges thus far. We are yet to put a decent shot on the keeper. I'd like us to test Alisson early, kind of let him know that there's danger out there. Because you know the way that sometimes when games unfold and you're not developing chances, that's when nerves set in.
That's a big kick there under pressure from De Gea. And it's cleared by Liverpool. Now they've got the ball in our half with Robinson. He tries to take on Dalot, and he gets gets a corner there. So the kick again, the kicking was from De Gea, crashed it forward. It was turned over, and it was Robinson driving at Dalot. They got a corner here. I think we can work our way in the game. It's about being in control in certain situations, like now, for example. They're going to bring it. We have to expect that. So let's just see. We've got to work our way into the game. Find out what's the best way to bring the ball out, whether it's kicking it long or, wait for them to ease up on their press.
Yes, indeed. And that's the ball in. And I don't know what Núñez was trying to do there, actually. It seemed like he had no trajectory on the flight of the ball at all.
So here we go again. The centre-back is Trent after this second phase of the corner. And they're building up here. We're getting back in shape. Fred's just shepherding him back. They've gone back to the keeper.
Yeah. Yes,
if you look here, how they're playing out, they're trying to play out. We're putting pressure on, bending his run there, Rashford, to cut off Fabinho's pass. So they have to go long, and we've turned over the ball. That's a poor pass by Bruno.
Yeah. And
sorry, it's Casemiro. Forgive me.
So Trent on the overlap. That is where he's so dangerous, is in the attacking end of the pitch. And interestingly, though, on Monday, despite Liverpool fans defending his defence so vigorously over the last number of years, it seems like they've finally accepted that he's a liability at right back and that Klopp probably needs to look at possibly doing what happened with Gareth Bale when he was originally a left back and pushing him up forward in the midfield winger role. And you'd wonder, is he good enough to do the duties of a winger? Because
I think he's better as right back. I always think about him playing. He played in midfield once for England, I remember, when he wasn't getting much love for England. They actually played him in midfield. And bit of a scramble here. Nunes. But Fred,
well cut out by Fred.
Yeah, so I think he's better as right back. The issue really is no one was really criticising him when they were winning the Champions League and the league. It's just that the intensity's gone out of Liverpool. They've lost their edge a little bit, and he's been getting caught out. And you say Harry Maguire, is he a bad player, or is it just the system that he was playing in which exploited him? I think Trent is a fantastic player. I think he's actually world class in the right setup. And if they can start to get the best out of him again, maybe stop him from raiding forward so much, maybe sort of put the brakes on him a little bit, he could be a special player. Because even there, he just played a left-footed pass cross field to feet like nothing, like Glenn Hoddle. So he's got that great ability in him. He's got that in the locker. But I'm not here to talk about Trent. Obviously, I think he's a world-class player, but I just think their system's failing at the moment. That's what's failing Trent. And they still should get behind him because he's a great
Chance
player.
here now. Weggert's breaking forward, finds Anthony.
In the half space, whips it in, and it gets cleared. It's a corner. This time, great save by Alisson there.
That's a little bending shot that's very much in his locker. He loves that little curl around, doesn't he?
Yeah, most certainly. And it's good to see people reacting to that. The keeper done well to push it away from the goal because it could have gone anywhere. It's a corner to Man United. Great little move there. So you're right about getting shots on target. As you spoke it, there it became. You believe it, speak it, and it comes to fruition. Corner kicks, taken short, whipped in by Shaw.
Got to beat the first man. We got to be beating the first man with these crossfield balls.
Lovely round the corner pass, another whip in. Lovely, nice play there. I think we've mixed up our corners so much lately. It's really testing teams. They don't know what to expect. But that was a nice move between Shaw and Bruno and Fred as well.
Absolutely. No, there is a buddy of mine actually that is at this game. He's a Liverpool fan, and he's saying to me, no sign of either Morley or Paddy Murphy. Obviously, for those of you that know, they are rather famous TikTokers. But Rashford there is after being picked up. And actually, incidentally, I just want to mention this as we're looking at the side of the Anfield pitch. There's no angled runoff like at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine that is something that is going to be looked at in the not too distant future because it is starting to create problems in terms of injuries. We've had a few ourselves this season because of the way players have been falling once they go out of bounds.
Pitches are usually angled like that, so the rain seems to drain off it. But Anfield, you never see Anfield. It's like a carpet. One of the best pitches in the league, no doubt. De Gea was calling that, but I'm sure decided to clear it. So whatever they're doing something right because Anfield pitch is just beautiful. And it's a lovely place to play football, I'm sure, for all the players. You know, you've got no excuses. You don't see bobbles or they look at a 6-yard box. It's usually nice and green.
Can I just say one thing, just contrasting again to the time that we played them in the back end of the season last year? An actual functioning forward press being played against Liverpool. Like last year, we would not have thought we'd have seen that.
Yeah, forward press, you say?
As in that we're pressing from the front.
Lovely. This is a lovely move. I don't know if you noticed, but the last few passes, we've been playing in tight areas in midfield, popping it around. Weghorst brought it down under control, popped it around the midfield, really kept control of the ball, and it's gone out now for a goal kick. But that was a lovely little bit of play there by Man United. Key players there with Anthony, Weghorst, Dalot, all in that passing move. We kept the ball really well in those areas. But about forward pressing, I think we've got a system in place here. We've got a strategy. It's clear. And after how many months are we since June last year? It's every week we're getting better and better about how we manage our games and how we whether we're keeping the ball better, we have more retention of the ball, and where you press in, we sort of waiting for the right moment, setting traps for them, you know, and it's all calculated. So fair play to the manager again, who should be getting awards at the end of the season.
Yeah, I just want to say we are about 13 minutes into what's on our screens. 12 and a half minutes. Let us know who you think has started well for Manchester United, who you want to see kind of upping their shift and doing a bit better for us, how you think we've coped with the Liverpool attacking, and just give us your general comments on the game thus far. We would love to engage you on that front.
Well done, Rebel. It's so true. I mean, I love hearing what the people in the comments have to say about, because we all see things differently, and sometimes we're all on the same page when it comes to things. This is what I love about this sort of podcasting and the community we got. So many knowledgeable people out there. I'm always picking up ideas and learning from these guys. There's a lovely play there by Liverpool. They've got Gakpo running at our defence. He's gone wide here, left, and we've got 2-3 men around him. We've got to pinch the ball, and there again, Fred pinches out Nunes in the box. But Fabinho from outside the box pinches Weghorst. Now Salah on the left, he's whipped it across. Cross sort of shot, bit like, but he's not Anthony. He can't do it like Anthony. Good hustling there. I think Gakpo came through, and we had numbers around the ball. We didn't panic. We just stood up on them, didn't dive in, and had to be a worldie there to beat De Gea from that angle.
We set the cul-de-sac. I think is what we actually effectively did. We funneled them down a one-way street, and there was a wall at the end of it.
And lovely, we played the ball out there. It was 2 centre-backs in the box. De Gea played it to Varane, who played it hugging the touchline was Dalot, and Dalot got closed down. We got a throw in here. So there's a different way of bringing the ball out there. Hopefully we can work on these things and get the ball up the pitch as a team. Weghorst, lovely chest. And he gets edged out the ball, but he gets fouled. Oh, no.
Handball? I don't know about that one. We need another look at this. But interestingly, actually, on Monday, do you have the Brazilian starting midfield on one side and their understudy on the other?
That would be Fabinho and Casemiro.
Well, yeah, there's Fabinho, Casemiro, and don't forget Fred.
Fred's, of course, yeah. How could I?
He starts with the young man at the moment. And actually, speaking of the Brazil squad, because we had a number of international squads announced lately. Garnacho has been selected by Argentina, so this link with Spain could finally be turned off. And as we say that, Liverpool with a dangerous chance here. Floated across. Trent back into the box and cleared by Manchester. Oh! It's like a game of pinball inside there at the moment in the United box.
Yeah. We had numbers there. It's good to see numbers there. It's always difficult. I mean, I think in certain times like that, De Gea should come out and just clatter people and just grab the ball like that one. What came across? It's in his 6-yard box. De Gea's come out, just flipping crash through everybody and just grab it. That's command of your area. Something I think I'm not criticizing too much. Here we go. Bring the ball out to De Gea now. Under pressure, he plays it wide. Does it go to his target? It's gone in behind, and Liverpool get the ball unless it's in the air. Casemiro wins that header, and Trent, nice bit of skill, plays to Elliott, who plays it back to Trent at right back. He's got to go home. No, pops it round the corner for Fabinho, and then he goes home. And now they have to crash it wide. There's a lovely pull by Alisson, but it's too much flight on it, and it gives time for Dalot to come and cut it out from Robinson.
Interestingly, Vincent Bullock coming with some breaking news in the chat. Well, it's not breaking news. It's a results news. Our ladies team, our women's team, won 5-1 against Leicester. So, fair play to them. I'd love to see another 5 goals for Manchester United in this game, but let's just hope that we get the right result.
Is picking up nice little pockets of space and getting involved in the ball. Obviously people criticise him for certain things about his pace and whatever, but he's a team player. He's always going to try and spring man in. Quick throw, feet and back, Rashford and Dalot, has played out to Martinez. Unfortunately, there deflection went through, but good little set of play there for Man United. We're looking comfortable. I think the heat's been taken out of the game now. I think Liverpool realise they're in a match here. This is not the same team as last year. And lovely there from Alisson. Pings it to the left back. And there comes
Weghorst again.
Weghorst comes and takes that out. Here's Anthony outside the box. Poor delivery there. Could have got his foot on the ball. That's a foul. Clearly, Shaw came in the back of Salah, but
great work rate here from Anthony again.
Nothing in
there. Just interestingly, for those that didn't see it earlier on today, Nottingham Forest secured a vital point against Everton in a 2-2 draw.
See, Salah uses his body so well. I'm saying I've got when we're playing Sunday football today, certain players we're saying we keep losing the ball because you don't have to use your body. Get your body in the way to shield the ball. It doesn't matter about size. I've seen the smallest of players being able to do it, you know? So Salah does it magnificently. He's so strong. So here's Nunez on the right-hand side, head up. Looks to whip one in. And it's gone out for a throw-in, deep in our half.
We are approximately a minute behind the live play for anyone that is wondering in the chat, so do bear with us. This is just so that there's some bit of coherence in the way that we're reacting, because there's no sense in one of us being sitting here and the other person waiting there for 1 minute later for the same thing to happen. Andrew Williams. All right, boys, good start. The longer we keep them out, the better for us. Absolutely. Bill Baggio. Yo, lads, how are we doing? Keep those comments coming. Andrew, who's playing best for Manchester United at the moment, in your opinion? Who do you think is the difference maker out there for us? As well, Bill and anybody else in chat, do let us know who you think is taking the game to Liverpool. As we start from the kick-out set piece that we seem to be favouring at the moment with our centre-backs in the box.
It goes to the right back. He crashes it forward, and it's going to be eaten up there by Van Dijk. So he's really struggling to bring the ball out consistently. There's no consistency with it.
Liverpool on the attack again. Ball into the middle, but well cut out. You know, De Gea would have said, Davids! And came and claimed that. Pinch in. There's Casemiro. Lovely pass. Rashford, he's got the pace to get in behind here. You've got Van Dijk. Come on, Rashi. Come on, Rashi. Away from Van Dijk. Crosses the ball. Lovely move there. Van Dijk's annoyed. He had to run fast there. He had to run fast. He realised here. So Casemiro quickly out of his feet. And that was Weghorst. A lovely ball. Dinked him behind. Over the top. And Rashford got away from Van Dijk, and we whipped in a cross. It's gone out for a corner. So Andrew Williams is saying Fred and Wood have started pretty well, he thinks. Vincent Bullock saying, fortunately or unfortunately, it's been Fred has been the star man for United so far. And Bill Baggio saying, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo's. I just got in. Hope you're doing well, Bill. So there's a corner here. It's going to be in-swinger maybe. We're sure. Can he beat the first man? No, he plays a short one to Anthony. He squares it to Fred. He's just outside the box. Gets squared up. Not enough on. Then we go back and we switch it back to the right-hand side. Bruno, a little flick pass. Oh, no, it gets cut out there. What I do want to say is the speed that Liverpool closed down the space was rather impressive. Yeah, most definitely. Andrew Williams is saying, get ball in box. So I presume what he's crying out for is a Casemiro header, because he's been a fond of those since he arrived, hasn't he? It's amazing how good he is in the air. I mean, he's not the biggest, tallest guy, but it just shows you heading is an art form that they're trying to take out the game because of all the dementia and things like that. But he's a brilliant header of the ball. Gets up there, times his runs. I mean, the goal against Newcastle, and then we had a goal against... in midweek against West Ham was disallowed, but it just shows you it's all about timing and being brave and attacking the ball. I mean, he's magnificent. I didn't know he had that in his locker. And another man that punches above his weight in the heading department is Martinez, of course, a guy that was criticised as not being fit for purpose prior to kicking a ball for Manchester United. As Liverpool here with a dangerous break. Well dealt with there by Martinez. The man you were just saying with his head. Yeah, they done well there. Trent got forwards, and it was the two fullbacks. Trent passed it to Robinson, he cut inside and had a shot on his right foot, and it was cleared by Martinez. But here we go again, pinch, stand them up. So we've got numbers there. I'm quite happy. As long as we've got players there, we can deal with this. And we clear that one. Weghorst, flick on, and they get it again. We just need to be relaxed here. As long as our shape's good. Martinez. Beautiful again. Wow. That was whipped in, a lovely cross into the danger area, the 6-yard box by Robinson. There's 1-2 with Elliott. Nunez got the run on Martinez, but Martinez done enough to get his body in the way, even though Nunez got there first. And I do want to... Great defending by Man United. I just want to say a very good morning to Jeff Vegas over in America. He's joining us there now as well, and Andy Williams is also saying unreal from young Martinez.
Yeah, most certainly.
So 23 minutes.
It's an outswinger by Robinson. They are going to whip this in. One by Casemiro with a header. Amazing, isn't he?
Absolutely phenomenal at the moment.
Throw in deep in our half here. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. As long as we're in control of these situations, I'm happy.
Absolutely. Oops. Monday, as they say, we are currently sitting in a decent position, and hopefully we can just keep pushing this forward.
Here we go. A little break here. We've got to make these count. Anthony's looking. He's onside.
Oh, yes. Come on, Anto.
Now he's squared up with Van Dijk, who's out of position. He whips it in. Outside the box is Fred. And Casemiro plays it wide. But
Salah
well done.
Great
Salah.
work rate.
You don't expect that from him. But he's got back there and helped his team out. Dalot winning the header there. It's pumped forward. And Luke Shaw plays it wide to Bruno. He seems to be playing on the left-hand side. Here's Luke Shaw raiding into Bruno. He's gone again on the underlapping run. He gets cut out. Nuts there by Casemiro. And yeah, it's cut out there. A good little play by Man United. But we've got to pinch the ball, Dalot. There's a new transition again.
Come on, Anto.
Out wide.
Take him on. Take him on.
Nothing on. Lovely pass. Lovely pass. That was a good idea there. He tried to play it into the run of the guys into the penalty spot. And Varane with headed clearance. Maybe we had time to bring that down. Martinez with a clearance there. We need to challenge these balls. First and second balls challenge. They're winning everything.
Matty Bassett is in the house. Welcome, Matty. What are your thoughts on the early start? A
little. They're gonna claim elbow there. Dallas smiling it off. Are they called a foul?
Look here.
He needs to be careful because in theory that could be a red card. He wasn't looking at him, but he knows exactly where he's at. But yeah, he needs to be careful there, Martinez. I'm surprised by that. So yeah, be careful, bro. No need for that. Crossfield ball here. Anthony controls it with a little flick. He's driving now. He's driving. Plays it wide to Dalot. Liverpool got numbers back. We can rotate the ball here sharply. Here's Dalot. Can he whip it across? Back post!
Oh!
Oh my days! Lovely move. Lovely move. Love that. Love that. Lovely ball by Dalot there. Picked out Bruno. Oh, just sort of like a diving head. He got low for that. It's just gone past the keeper and the post. Wow, good move by United.
Yes, indeed. And I do want to say hello to Andy Williams saying Anthony is like a modded player who has one leg. So I presume that's a FIFA reference that somebody's been souped up and it is incredible, but will only kick with one side of their body.
I'll tell you something. If your left foot's that good, then sometimes it doesn't matter. You look at Messi, you look at Rivellino, for example. These guys had them, use their left foot, and it's still effective for them. Lovely crawl ball by.
Oh, very nice there from Rashford.
On the halfway line, on hugging the touchline, whipped in the ball into the run of. We've got runners here, 2 runners, Rashford, and there was space there between Virgil van Dijk and Robinson. Rashford got in between them and just slotted it straight at the outcoming Alisson. We're playing well, boys. We're playing well, getting a bit more control now. We've absorbed a lot of their play. Last season, we were 4-0 down at one point, weren't we, by this stage? Here's Casemiro tries the reverse ball, gets cut out, and now we need to get numbers back, and we do. Just got to stand him up. Well done, Varane. Well done, Varane. That's good enough. It's good enough. Well done, Varane. Stood up on Núñez and pinched the ball. So here's Weghorst. Looks a bit awkward. Tries to play in Rashford, and it's cut out again.
Yes,
now
Bill.
Fred and Bruno are getting back. A bit of danger here. Out wide is Salah. He's got Harvey Elliott, but he doesn't play him. And it's played out there. Henderson. Dalot's playing inside. Oh, well done, Dalot. So you notice there, Casemiro and Fred were sort of playing wider, and Dalot tucked inside with the centre backs.
True. I do want to say hello to Bill. He's asking about the score. It is currently still 0-0. What I will do for you, I'll actually do a ticker at the bottom that'll keep you updated on matters score lines. So you'll always be up to date, Bill.
Rebel, what do you think about Bruno playing on the left, Rashford up top, and Weghorst behind Rashford and Anthony on the thing? Because it's not how it's set up on the formation that they had. They looked like Weghorst was the striker with Rashford coming off the left.
Well, I think obviously previously we would have seen when Sancho was playing that Bruno would have navigated out to the right with Weghorst dropping deeper, and obviously Anthony being a player that plays on the right side of midfield. It's changed now that Bruno's cutting on the left, and obviously Rashford is expected to lead the line. I think it's important that Wout has continued to be deployed in the way that he is, because I think that's where he's most effective for us. He's not known as a prolific goal scorer, but he is known for his high work rate, his high intensity. And I do want to know what the 15 people in the chat think of how Wout has, I suppose, changed our tactics since Ronaldo departed.
So they got a free kick here. I think Luke Shaw was penalised as they're breaking. I think, he had his hands on Salah, held him back a little bit. But Salah, and then Martinez bundled him from behind. I love this. It's really like clever play by defenders there, like Martinez and Casemiro. They got wit about them. They understand and the dark, the art of war. They've read the book.
Question for you from Bill. Are we playing or are we sitting back and absorbing pressure?
No, we're playing. We're comfortable. Whether we have to sometimes respect teams like Liverpool and all teams in the Prem. Sometimes they are going to have the ball. But, here we go. Played out wide. Here's Anthony on the left-hand side. Head up.
Nice little ball. Ooh, cut out.
It's cut out. Yeah, so we're comfortable. If they're playing in a certain situation, we've got the insurance there with numbers back. And then we got outlet that, like now, we just had a chance with Anthony on the break, whipped in across, and we've got a throw in deep in their half.
Yes, indeed.
From Luke Shaw. So it's not about sitting back or we're defending or parking the bus, as they used to say. We're comfortable in different elements of the game. This is what I'm seeing with under Ten Hag. So we can transform from playing defensive or absorbing some play. Suddenly, 2-3 passes, as we've seen, we can be a great outlet and create chances. So we're very comfortable and very fluent in the way we play now.
Interestingly, just a stat that's kind of grabbed my attention. The way that the game is unfolding at the moment, the expected goals, the XG, is 0.46 for Liverpool, 0.59 for Manchester United. So that would seem to suggest that there's the possibility of a 0-0 draw.
We'd take that. I think coming to Anfield is never easy, but we want to win. We want to win. I mean, the confidence we've got at the moment. Lovely little play there on the touchline between Anthony, Luke Shaw, and Casemiro, and we get a foul. A bit of frustration because when you play that skill in those tight areas like that, you're got to get whacked, and that's exactly what Liverpool did. They fell into our trap. Great play.
Jeff Vegas, I think we've had the best chances so far, but I have been saying last couple of weeks we need to be more clinical, or it's going to cost us when we have too many wasted chances. And Drew Williams is saying our plan is to take the sting out of the tail of Liverpool as much as possible.
Good comments, guys.
So we are shaping up for the delivery. Bruno and Luke Shaw are over the ball.
Guys in the comments, you think Luke Shaw's got a left foot wand? Would you accept that now? He whips it in.
Oh!
Target. That was
Dalot.
Round the penalty spot. Yep, peeled off his man and got the header on target there, but keeper just lapped that up.
And I think credit to the Liverpool defender as well there. He put in a sufficient amount of pressure that kind of, I suppose, accelerated the header rather than giving Dalot time to kind of pick his spot.
So Liverpool trying to play out here. I think when they get to a certain zone, we engage them. They want to hit there. You've noticed Liverpool, when they play out, they've got the two fullbacks hugging the touchline. And they want to pick them out. But we're sort of playing quite narrow and preventing them. Here we go. Oh, unlucky there. Preventing them from playing out. There we go again. They've tried to play out from the back. We've resisted them and they've got it back for another goal kick. So they're really struggling. See Klopp here. He's getting a bit frustrated. He's saying, move the ball quicker, move the ball quicker. He's giving those sort of signals. So it shows he's frustrated. He's with Man United's sort of traps that they're setting here. Lovely crossfield ball from Casemiro, gets cut out as Delo tries to meet it. Now Fred's coming to cover it right back with Robertson driving forward. Gets played over. It's got space here for Nunes. Cross 6-yard box is cleared by Casemiro. Dalot's now back in his position. And
interestingly, we did see in the Anthony had a nibble there. Did he at Darwin?
They're going to chop it. They're going to take him out. Yeah, I knew they'd take him out there. I knew they'd take him out. They didn't like that, so they didn't want Anthony getting away with the ball. So that was just Gakpo takes out Anthony. But the first foul, they're saying there was a foul on Nunes maybe from Anthony. It wasn't given. I'd like to see that again. What do you think, Aaron?
I think it seems that Anthony nicked the ball. Nunes went off balance, and I think Anthony was perfectly within his rights to canter off before he was stopped on his march. But interestingly, I don't know if you saw the pre-match comments from Klopp during the week. He's saying, "Yeah, Liverpool."
Very good, Liverpool.
Yeah, we noticed that Manchester United are back. Yeah, I didn't miss it. Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know you had that in you, Rebel. Very good, very good.
Yeah, but boom, boom.
A pair of glasses, you can do an impression. That's really good.
Yeah, boom, boom.
First time you've done that, or you've practiced before?
Yeah, I practiced long. Yeah.
Guys, what do you think in the comments about Rebel's impression of Klopp? I thought it was brilliant.
So 35 minutes gone, and we're still waiting the first goal on Monday.
I just want to say Trent again, just played it out with his left foot, 30, 40 yards, straight to his man. Just brilliant. Two-footed. Good play there by Trent.
Interestingly now, I did just get a text in from the eye in the sky that actually is in Anfield, and he's saying, ominous signs in Anfield for Liverpool. Atmosphere is dead. So basically, Manchester United have silenced Anfield.
Wow, that's good to hear. That's your boy, is it?
That's my buddy. He's from the county of Kerry, but he supports the wrong team. But he does give me some of the inside information every now and again. But it's always a good sign though when you silence the cop.
Yeah, most definitely. I think they know by now. I mean, they're in for a good game here. Here's
Shaw. Go on. Look at the afterburners on Shawsey.
It's away from Trent. Can he keep the ball? Yeah, it's a throw in, hopefully. Oh, it's a throw in to Liverpool. Got a nice raid in there from Shaw. And it's once again Salah coming back with him. But will Salah do that all game? You wonder. He started off well, tracking back.
So
and it's good to see Salah going that way instead of running at Shaw. Well done, Luke Shaw there.
There's a rather spirited debate about who would fit in as our future number 9. There's some minor banter. We won't get into the specifics of it, but I did notice a couple of names that was mentioned. One was Ozyman and one was Alonso Martinez as two possible forwards. I think though that would probably be dependent on whether or not Manchester United do in fact get sold, because those would be heavy price tags.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I think they're always looking for form players. Osherman's playing well this year for Napoli, who are a great unit.
Nice little ball. Oh, Rashi. Was he off?
Yeah, quite possibly.
Because he seemed to give up on the run when the ball came across. Dalot doesn't seem too happy with the effort of his forward play there, because that was put on a plate. Just you had to finish the dinner.
Oi, get there. Well done. Well done, Dalot. Had to get there first. Robertson was trying to come get the ball. Robertson's a bit of a beast as well, isn't he? He's a bit of a nutter.
Yeah. And do you notice there? He was trying to kind of G up the crowd, trying to get him going, trying to bring him into the game.
They need them, 12th man. They definitely need it because they're a bit flat at the moment. Their season's not going too well, and if they're not like creating chances much against Man United, which is something I've credit Ten Hag for, we don't allow teams to create many chances against us. Here, Elliot gives the ball away. Rashford 1-2 with Casemiro here. Got the ball.
Oh, nice little ball, Anthony!
Oh! That's lovely movement. Anthony and Casemiro played him into the box. And then he gets a block there as well. Lovely there by Man United. Love that. Play at home.
Interestingly, on Monday, just off the backdrop of the pitch there, do you notice how stationary the Liverpool crowd are? There's no sort of giddy up or G out of them at all.
Oh, in the back. Robinson. Yeah, you're right. And he's calling for a card. Shouldn't do that. He wasn't really going anywhere. He was facing away from goal, but Robson came in from the back of him and gave him a bit of a hack as he was trying to hack the ball away. Oh, he's offside there, Anthony. So that would have been called offside, but he made a run. This is what you like to see. I was saying before, Anthony, I want to see more off-the-ball movement, making runs in behind. And that's what he's doing there. It's good play. Anyway, we've got a free kick here after that little hack from Robertson on Anthony. There's no card given. It's going to be Bruno. It's sort of wide on the right, whipped in, bit heavy, straight at the keeper.
And interestingly, also from a correspondent that is at the game, the Anfield faithful are not happy with the production of one Darwin Núñez thus far. Even went to call him awful.
Wow. Varane went down there, got an elbow from his Brazilian teammate, Fabinho. Well, not Brazilian teammate, sorry. His opponent, Fabinho, excuse me.
Jeff Vegas.
Oh, good, lovely. Gets away from Fabinho there, and maybe he's tripped, and maybe will this be the first card? It's the first card. Trent's not having it. He's saying, over there, what about that one? What about this? What about that? And Varane is vexed because he got elbowed, and he's talking to the ref as well now about it. But here's Rashford on the left, cuts inside Canute and Fabinho, and he's brought down. Little trip there by Fabinho.
Couple of comments to get in just before the next phase of play. Jeff Vegas is saying about Nkunku being one of the foreign players. I believe he's the future Chelsea player at this stage. Andy Williams, ref is losing control of this game. And this one is for you. The Mags over there on Twitch. Thoughts about the legendary Maguire?
Who's that? Who's saying that from Twitch?
The Mags is his name.
The Mags. How you doing, Mags? How you doing well? I think Maguire might be leaving the end of the season. He needs to be playing first team football. He's not getting it at the moment at Man United. If he's prepared to stay, then he's a good addition into the squad. But
yes! 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 Yes!
It's offside.
No!
It's offside, yeah. So that's a lovely move. Sorry, I got talking about Harry Maguire there. I was going over top. So it's a free kick there from the left, dinked in. Casemiro again times his run. And he's well offside there. They kept a good line, Liverpool there. But again, Casemiro, 3 games in a row, whether it's Newcastle, whether it's West Ham, and now Liverpool, he scored goals from headers. 2 have been disallowed. But yeah, what a wonderful, wonderful read of the game.
Vincent Bullock, we're currently synced up, just approaching the 42nd minute.
So Liverpool play it out. Wow, lovely there from Alisson. He hit that right to his left back, about 40 yards, and it's gone straight to his target. This is what we need. We really would appreciate that sort of play. And now Virgil has whipped the ball cross field, and Liverpool can play out with Trent at right back. They go back home to Canute. He's looking for someone to come show for it. It's Henderson, plays away, he's facing back to Canute, and we're not engaging. It comes to Alisson. He pings it out all the way wide here to Robinson, and now he's driving infield, looking to probe. There's nothing.
Oh, nice little ball.
Cody up. Oh, he scores!
Oh, son of a gun.
Robinson, yeah, good goal from Liverpool. Can I just say, guys, that's from the back. You saw Alisson, 2 phases of play there. First pass to Robinson, 30 yards. They played it back. Nothing was on. They probing and played it back. He come out and took responsibility again, Alisson, and played another probing pass from the back which opened us up. And Robinson got himself, drove in field, and then played a lovely ball between the lines for Gakpo to curl it in. So there's the advantage of having a good keeper who can distribute the ball from the back. That's the way I see it. Look at Alisson there. Lovely, the second ball. The second ball he's played there to Robinson. 2 in this move. Robinson, lovely ball here. Fred goes across.
Oh, Shaw played him on. Jesus Christ, Luke. Look down the line. Do you see?
Yeah,
do you see
still, he had
Shaw's...
a lot of work to do. That was a great play there by Gakpo.
But look at the positioning before the ball came in. Gakpo was wandering offside. Luke Shaw was higher up. And he came back and he played him onside.
This is the advantage of playing the ball out from the back. You can get into the, like, we were trying to press them, and then suddenly we got players ahead of the play. So for me, that's credit to Liverpool for that goal, based on Alisson. 2 phases there, hit the ball to Robinson first time out, second time he got him again, and we were, in position where they had got themselves in a position where they can score a goal. A lovely ball there.
What is he doing?
Bruno, there it is. Come on!
Taking too long.
Come on, guys. It's offside. Who played that? It was a long ball from the back. Bruno was played in. It was Martinez who was offside, yeah. Went a bit early, but Bruno was played in. Should have buried it there, but he held it up. They had numbers back. And Veghorst, hits off a play. So we're 1-0 down. We've been comfortable. But it just goes to show, I'm going to be critical now. That is the keeper. The keeper is all about Alisson there. That's the advantage of playing out from the back, because you can get played. We're trying to probe and press and get ourselves create pressing traps. And then while they're doing that, they beat our first line of defense with a pass, and then suddenly they're in. And they got Gakpo played in with a beautiful pass with his right foot from Robinson, by the way.
I wonder what Klopp was arguing about there. What's going on there? Why is he patting Anthony on the back?
I think because Robinson was winding up Anthony. Martinez plays it out wide to Luke Shaw. Can he drive? Yes, he can. He's driving forward. He plays it wide to Bruno. He's got support. He gets it from Casemiro. Now, can we do something with a minute to go? Martinez switches to play. This is what we want early. Lovely. Whipped in by Anthony. That's not enough. Not enough. He's looking for runners, but he's a bit frustrated there. Looks like we're going to go into half-time 1-0 down. Maybe not deserved. We've had our chances, but just one great move there from Alisson. Wow, I'm going to repeat this over and over again. That's clearly why you play the ball out from the back and why you need keepers that can distribute the ball so easy. They haven't had nothing against us, really, in this whole game. In that one phase of play there, here we go. So, half-time. We've got a right to be disappointed, but we have to accept. I mean, it was a quality goal, quality move, and that's why you play out from the back.
Just a couple of comments there. Andrew Williams is saying, we keep going offside in our attacking phases of play. So obviously something that we need to be aware of and play those balls earlier, maybe on Monday. Andrew Williams is saying something around David De Gea. Please elaborate, because I missed the point of the game that comment came in on. Bart, it's interesting that despite United's dominance of the league over the past 20 years, they still have only one title more than... Well, in fairness, Bart, we started from a long ways back from you. You were sitting on 19 back in 1992, 1993? Sorry, 18 on 1992, 1993. And we had the famous, let's see who gets to 21st. And we all know who got to 21st. But in fairness...
I want to clarify to Andrew Williams. I'm not passively blaming De Gea as usual. I'm praising Alisson for that's why the importance of having the keeper that can distribute the ball really well. He was the reason why they scored the goal there. They opened us up. Otherwise, in all phases of play, we've been okay. They've just bypassed us with two great passes from Alisson in that move, and then another great pass from Robinson, who drove in the field and played it in between Fred and the centre back for Gakpo to use that space and utilise it. So that was a good goal, and I think that just shows you again, well, we're struggling to play the ball out. It's not just about De Gea. There's other factors as well. I just think there's an example of why you need a good keeper who can confidently and consistently ping the ball out.
Interestingly, Vincent is saying this is shocking. Is Pogba starting? Pogba's no longer.
Playing well. I've been out all day at football and everything else. I'm just going to leave you guys in charge for a minute. I'm going to grab my food and try to munch it for half time. I've got some Japanese ordered, so let's see how that goes down.
Jeff Vegas is saying, Bilby, you're right, mate. We're not finishing. Zoe Media House, despite the game, the goal, we had more of the chances. We absolutely did. Monday's trying to slowly.
I've got a dead leg, sorry. Oh.
Bart is saying, and Dutchman Everett is proven Gakpo score for us. Long is. Are you related to Paddy Silk by chance, Long? Because I'm seeing a lot of players that are hitting your rat at the moment. Stewie Marshall, you're saying we're playing well, but it's 2-1 to United. McKay, how are you doing? Am I the only one that's still positive? We'll change up in the second half. Well, we are second half FC, in fairness, Emma. So hopefully that we will improve in the second half and come at them a bit more. But we are in enemy territory today. Glenn, just remind you about our Man United agenda mugs. This one here has the Butcher Martinez on it. He's letting you know how you can get your hands on your very own there. Andy Williams, the reason was one of our fullbacks was nowhere to be seen and the other played them on side. Yeah, that was the point that I did make to him Monday. It did look like Luke Shaw stepped back and played Gakpo on side. So his pitch awareness on that particular phase of play left more than to be desired. Luke Shaw has been outstanding. Yeah, other than that particular incident, you can't fault Luke Shaw for his play overall. I suppose it is those game awareness moments so that can be telling. Bart, Stewart, that's enough for us to win the game. Zoe Media House, I'm positive it was poor by Liverpool. Andrew Williams is also saying, yes, I'm positive was a decent performance. Bilal, yes, the next goal is critical. Andy Williams, yeah, as we pointed out at the start of the watch-along, Liverpool do have quite a variety of players at their disposal in the attacking front, so they will always be dangerous. Emma Kay is talking to Zoe. Bart, fun fact, Ten Hag has never beaten a big team in the league away from home. He lost 6-2 to City, 3-2 to Arsenal, and trails us by a goal. Interesting enough there. This channel is sponsored by Omondi Takeaways. Yeah, he's currently enjoying his takeaway, so we'll leave him there to enjoy that. And once he's finished, he'll take you through the next few comments, but he's currently enjoying that. Glenn is our mug provider saying, United Agenda official mugs and coasters with your favourite player are currently available. Contact Glenn to get yours today. Zoe's continuing the conversation with Emma. Mark Edmund, big up there. You're down under. He's saying, a very good morning to all. We need to be more precise in the box. Jeff is saying to us, Bart, I thought you said big teams. Oh, the low blow. Don't blame Bruno. He's already played 3,000 minutes for the club and we're in February. Yeah, that is something obviously that we have been speaking about here on the channel about players kind of being constantly brought out. Luke Shaw, amazing game so far. Absolutely. Moss, you're very welcome. He's, of course, one of our resident Arsenal fans and is from Canada. Jeff saying, love Bruno. Quote this week, I played 7 to 8 hours every day as a kid. 90-minute matches a week is easy for... 2 90-minute matches a week is easy for me. And Emma Kay, Fabinho got another yellow card in him, and Elliot definitely got some more mistakes in him. And we'll continue on down. These comments are flying through. Jeff, very funny that you don't consider us a big team. Mark Edmund, Shaw and Martinez played Gapo 1. Shit happens, no fault. Very true. Colin Bobby, I know Sorry was on there. Hope you good. Sports Arty, wow, this is amazing. We need to move our front players forward. The wind-ups are continuing in the chat. Wiggy has been good, but I'd take him off for Garnacho. Okay, so that is where we do get to the end of the comments. So let me know, what changes are you making at start of second half? Are you making any alterations? Who's coming on off the bench? Let me just bring up the team here again. That is our bench. Heaton, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Malacia, McTominay, Sabitzer, Garnacho, Elanga, and Sancho. Do you see Eric Ten Hag making any alterations coming into the start of the second half? Who comes off from that starting 11? Who hasn't been cutting the mustard for you so far? Or do you leave things alone? Mark Edmund is straight in there saying, no changes yet. So let the thing marinate is what you're saying. Obviously, very interesting perspective there. Andrew saying we need to get Bruno into this game. We need to get him cooking. Do you see a change of tactics maybe to redeploying Bruno back to the centre? Maybe having Rashford cut in from the left again. Let us know how you think we can facilitate Bruno in this game. McKay, you're saying no subs as of yet, just some tactical changes. Andrew is saying, get Bruno more central and Rashford cutting in from left. He's agreeing with that sentiment. Zoe Media House is saying that she wants Wan-Bissaka on for Dallo, Sancho for Anthony, and Garnacho for Weghorst. Are you saying straight out the gate, or are you saying over the course of the second half? And Omondi is back with us. So, Monday, if you don't mind, I need to use the boys' room. Will you take charge of proceedings?
No problem. So Zoe Media House, Wan-Bissaka for Dallo, Sancho for Anthony, and Garnacho for Weghorst. 3 substitutions. When would you do them? Straight away, or would you say like after 60 minutes? Glenn, how you doing? Sorry, I just need to. Excuse me. That went down fast. Glenn saying here, this is where United come into their own in the second half. Yeah, we've always been good in the second half, haven't we? Second half's always been our best half. Anthony off for Garnacho on, and Fred for Sabitzer. Fred and Sabitzer swapping as well. Going to come through all your comments, guys. Keep them coming. Bilal saying, I don't think their fullbacks too physical. Vincent saying, Weghorst off Garnacho may help and save us. With you, Zoe, spread them out a bit, says Jeff. So there's a lot of tactical discussions going on here. Mark Edmund saying Bruno back in number 10 and Rashford on the left. Sure, no subs yet. We can rotate. That's a little rotation we can do without doing anything. Yes, Garnacho for Weggy, maybe a shout too. Big up to, across the pond. How you doing? Give him a wave, Arsenal fan. They had a great result yesterday after being 2-0 down. Hope you're doing well, man. It says Omondi. Big up to you, bro. Bart saying, get Maguire up front and make De Gea lump balls up to him and Weghorst. The United way. Well done, Bart. Very funny. Bilal saying, Emma saying to Bilal, maybe not, but their midfield is, and they feel in their for their fullbacks. Miss my sub ideas, says across the pond. Moz, for Sabitzer for Fred at some point. Yeah, I agree with that. It gets a bit more control on the ball. Would like to get Maguire up front. All right. Stop this, Bart. Come on, I'm reading out your comments. I'm not prepping them first. Fred has been good, says Zoe Media House. What do you guys think? Bilal saying, I just don't think Weghorst is needed right now. Anthony's more defensively aware than the Garnacho, says Mark Edmund. How you doing, Mark, by the way? I hope you're doing well, bro. And so I reckon Garnacho on for the last 15 minutes. Yeah, that's a shout. United haven't come from behind at Anfield for over a decade, says Bart. The team that scores first doesn't always win. Most certainly. Guys, I mean, we've got a lot of positives from the first half, I believe. This is Anfield. This is the Liverpool team that's got 90 points, majority of the time. They're playing at the best. They have to win. But we've neutralised them a lot of the time. It's only one bit of play there where we got opened up. And fair enough, you have to give praise where it's due, don't you? I like Garnacho's energy late for me, says Moz. Said put in and Rash up top if Veghorst stay ineffective. If Veghorst is staying ineffective, I think he's saying there. Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, the manager's always, I'd love to be in the change room or fly in the wall, see the passion of what he does tactically, because you only get, by the time you walk off the pitch, that's 5 minutes. You only get about 10 minutes to really sort of go into your team and get drill into them what you want to change. So it's a really important time, isn't it, for managers in the change room? I'd love to be a fly on the wall or get one of these documentaries like what's it called, the Prime documentary they did on Arsenal and Man City. Give one for Ten Hag, please. We want to get more insight into this man and see how he delivers these team talks, because he really does make a difference. I mean, like this is now, we've got a problem. The problem is we're 1-0 down at Anfield. The solution will be in the next 15 minutes or 10 minutes in the change room to say to the players exactly what he wants to do, to tweak things, to make things better for us. And hopefully, God willing, we do get a result out of this, even a draw at this stage, coming back from 1-0 down. We've looked good. We've looked good. We just need to continue with what we're doing and earn the right to play here and win. It's going to be tough, though, guys. What do you think we can do it, guys? Think the manager's got enough know-how about him to sort of work something out here to get in behind and beat them? Because we had that Bruno header was good. That was a good chance by Dalot, whipped in Bruno to the back post. I thought that was a very good chance. And also, there's been a couple of opportunities where we played in behind, maybe a bit offside. Obviously, Casemiro scored, being offside from his run from the header. So we've had a few good opportunities. I'm going to go through some more comments now because it's coming in, guys. Emma's saying here to Zoe Media House, a properly Michael Owen analysis there. I can't hear it. I'm not knowing what's going on with the studio there. Bilal saying, with Ten Hag, I'm always confident. Yeah. Big up, Bilal. I agree with you there. Want to say hi. Everyone say hi to Rick Bowler. He's saying we need to tighten up on the back flanks and be more ruthless up front and take our chances when provided. Yeah. Big up, Rick. Hope you're doing well, bro. Mark Edmund is saying we can't panic and overcommit. We need to stay patient, risk more in the final half hour. Good. I mean, guys, you guys could be sending these quotes to Ten Hag he could be tuned in right now and he could be saying these things. It makes a lot of sense what you guys are saying. Bart saying it was sweet to get Cody in January, and it's even sweeter to see him score against United. It's nice to have a Liverpool fan in here trying to push our buttons, but yeah, well done. It's a good goal, really good goal. Glenn saying here, this is where Ten Hag knows his stuff, tactical changes, and 2 goals in the second half. Let's see what happens in the second half, guys. I'm confident. I mean, he's done it all season. He's been able to make adjustments and turn things around. Like Mark Edmund says there, we can't panic. We just need to keep doing what we're doing. It's just really unfortunate. That great goal that they scored with their goalkeeper, bringing it out from the back. I mean, that was wonderful. And that's what I'd love to see us scoring goals in that respect, you know. Welcome back, Rebel. We're almost ready to go for the second half, I imagine. Yep. Looks like our title hopes are over, in his opinion, since Bill Badger, especially if we don't get the points today. And Mark saying to Mark, United need to panic as Liverpool lead, and a win for them opens the door for 4th spot. There you go.
Absolutely. You did make me hungry there at halftime on Monday. I haven't eaten since my breakfast this morning, so I am obviously going to be chopping at the bit to get down to a takeaway as soon as this game is concluded. But I am going to rob something that Jack does on his channel. He's been on our shows a couple of times. The halftime bag of potatoes. And I also did make a substitution. I wasn't feeling the look of the jersey I was wearing, so we're after updating our look, and we're ready to rock and roll for the second half.
Love it. I had a nice Japanese that was ordered at half time for me. Something different. Just try, like you order food sometimes. I can't be wanting to cook because I'm doing the show. And Japanese came through. It's quite nice. It's like chicken slices with beef or something like that and rice. And I usually eat with chopsticks, but I decided to get a spoon out today. But anyway, let's hope we can get back in this game, man. And hope these guys are fed at half time with some tactical brilliance from the manager, which will enable us to finish our dinner. I'm talking food themes and puns there. Maybe you can jump in with something there. We can score a crisp goal, maybe.
Here, do you know what? In the spirit of the Japanese food and sushi, maybe we can hook a line on.
Very good, very good. I like that. I'm sure people in the comments like Bill Badger and all this kind of thing would would like to contribute to this food pun session. But anyway, I'm sure it's going to be kicking off soon. A couple more comments. Obviously, we've read that one about not panicking second half. Bill Andrew Williams, how you doing? He says, Bill, we need a miracle to win the league anyway. All I want us to do is to have a go this half. Yep, most certainly. Bart saying Ten Hag is smart, but United do not have strength and depth and quality backup.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
It's 2-0.
Darwin bloody Nunes. I was wondering why the numbers were going up. I was kind of going, something's after happening here because it was rapidly climbing and the Scousers are 2-0 up.
I completely missed that goal, but I want to see what happens here. He's jumped. Obviously, they're indicating he's jumped high. He's very delighted. So we got the ball. Shaw gives the ball away into Elliott. And we need to get numbers behind the ball again. Weghorst misses a tackle. We get the ball, but Casemiro can't get out his feet. Fabinho plays it in. And it's a bit of a scramble. It's scrappy, this. And it looks like Delo's played man onside. Elliott with a cross, and it's just in the 6-yard box. Yeah, it's scrappy, horrible, ugly defending there. We had opportunities to clear the ball. We've given it away a couple of times. And, yeah, Nunes has buried it. 2-0 down at the start we wanted.
Unfortunately, as we did mention, Manchester United, Shaw only had one major error in the first half. And unfortunately, the second goal, there's been some Shaw errors again.
For sure.
But, in general, he's been playing very well. So I do feel sorry for him that his 2 errors did lead to Liverpool goals.
The thing is, he gave an error, gave the ball away, but then there was other times where we could have cleared the ball. Casemiro couldn't get out his feet, fell, went to the ground a couple of times. We need to show character here if we're going to get back in this game. So Fred with a crossfield ball to Anthony. He's 1-on-1 here with his defender. He cuts inside again, whips at a shot, and it's just easily claimed there by the keeper.
Black Bolt, this sucks. Mr. B is effing and blinding and cussing people out of it. I'd imagine as he watches this. Bill Baggio is folding up shop for the day. He's taking his 10th home. Vincent Bullock reckons game, set, and match Liverpool. Bart is a serious fan. It was Ruth's wish that I went to a big club, and I think I've achieved that with Liverpool. He's winding us up. Matthew Bassett for F's sake. And Bilal, we need to improve our fullbacks. Thoughts on the fullbacks comment?
No issue. There's no issue with the fullbacks, in my opinion. It's just good play by Liverpool. The 2 goals, you can pick out faults where it's gone wrong, what we could have done better. I mean, you can do that with most goals. But I wouldn't be getting on the fullbacks case. They've been good this season. Here we go. Big dinked in behind. Rashford gets there first. He's got Bruno to play it to. Yeah, does it early. That's what you need to do. And look in the box. He's peeling. Oh, chopped inside. Bruno in the box. Cut back. And Liverpool were able to clear this.
Ball to nowhere.
Cody Gakpo plays it into the channel. And we've got Salah up against Martinez. Little nice bit of skill. Martinez.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, bugger off. Are you serious?
That's a beautiful goal by Gakpo. You just come in and chip the keeper. It's 3-0 down. We're 3-0 down here. That was a lovely counter-attack transition there from Liverpool Football Club. We were up there. Bruno tried to cut back, and then suddenly we had players committed, like Andrew, like Mark Edmonds said at halftime. Let's see who's committed themselves, who's ahead of the play. So Casemiro went to Choklo's man down. There's the pace here. Gakpo done everything in this move. Played in Salah down the channel. Now Martinez is out of his position. He gets the twist and turn. Salah plays him in, and a little lovely dink there from Gakpo in front of De Gea. And again, he's sort of he's entered space where no one's picking him up. The same with the first goal.
Omondi, is it safe to say at this stage, the result now is beyond doubt? We just need to start showing a bit of pride and try and win the remaining elements of the game and not concede further goals.
Yeah, don't lose your heads, guys. No point getting people sent off or making rash challenges and that kind of thing. Just keep probing what you're doing. There's 51 minutes got played. There's plenty of time to get back in the game. We get a goal. You who knows? We could put them under pressure. I remember years ago, Neil Ruddock and we were 3-0 up against Man United, against Liverpool, and Neil Ruddock got them back to 3-3. It was an epic game. I mean, yesterday, Arsenal were down 2-0 against Bournemouth. They got back in it. I mean, we just have to keep probing and just doing the right things.
Tyrone Williams, inexcusable. I'm stunned. Bilal, I wasn't effing expecting this. Emma Kay, what the actual F? Vincent Bullock, that was offside. Case later, damn, just damn.
Yeah.
Safe to say, definitely not our best day in the office, but 3-0, I suppose, considering how much Liverpool have had us under the thumb the last number of seasons, it would be nice to kind of exact a bit of retribution with them, but it looks like we'll have to wait for another 12 months or another season to do that at this stage.
Well, we took the points at Old Trafford, and they look like they might be taking the points here at Anfield.
The only thing is, though, we were in a battle at Old Trafford, whereas at the moment, the way they come out in the second half, they're slapping us up.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's just see what happens now. Come on. We just need to be a bit more decisive now. They've got all the momentum now, and they can sort of hit us on counters and transitions as we do try to probe here. Is Casemiro switched to play? Bruno, is that a corner?
I do worry every time I see the views climbing at this stage now, because I always feel like there's another Liverpool goal coming now at this stage.
No. Well, I think people are tuning in to see our reaction and to see us suffering.
Bruno there. I'm wondering, are we starting to see the number of games that we've been playing coming home to roost?
No, I totally disagree with that. I think that's a myth. I just think we're up against... Whoa! Come on! Bruno's calling for a penalty. We tried to set a trap for them as they're playing out from the back, and now they're on the break again here. Wide left, whipped in by Robinson and it's cut out.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at that again. Does Bruno get brought down? I'm not sure. Well played by Gakpo. And Fred gets it out, but he gets fouled. He gets dragged back there. It's a foul, surely. Good opportunity again. Bruno, they're trying to set the trap. Alisson can't get out of his feet. Bruno got there first and sort of went over the keeper. So he got there first and sort of went down. He could have stayed up, possibly. It's a tough one. Not a foul. Alisson shows he's not like invincible. There's a poor mistake there from him with his feet. Bruno thinks it over the top.
Over the top.
Oh, unlucky. Yeah. Keep looking. I think someone like Sancho coming on now will give us more possession. I think he would be my ideal sub to come on for Weghorst, considering Weghorst is playing in that sort of role. And then you could put Bruno behind Rashford and then put Sancho on the left.
I hate to say it, but at this stage, is it nearly player protection time? Because 3-0 down, I'd imagine it's highly unlikely that we will be able to pull anything back in terms of a points position at this stage. Yeah. Getting 3 goals unanswered it's a big ask in 35 odd minutes of football.
Yeah. I think it's going to be McTominay. Here we go. Gakpo again. Oh, they got a shot off. Oh, another great chance for Liverpool, but with his right foot, his weaker foot, Robinson. It looks like Garnacho and McTominay coming on. Maybe McTominay for Fred and Garnacho for Weghorst, possibly.
At this stage now, it's a pride thing. don't ship any more goals. That is the number one objective, because with 3 conceded, credit where it's due, we've been served up. We've been put on the spit and we've been roasted. And
Well, Martinez, this is the tackle. They're looking to Fred plays it out 1-2 with Anthony, and Robinson does well to intercept, and they get a shot off. It goes wide.
Vincent
Yeah,
Bullock.
the crowd are up now. You said they were quiet early. We did keep them quiet, but that goal just before half time. So if you took, like, they scored just before half time, and then after 6 minutes of the second half, they scored another 2. So in the space of like just switching off your concentration for like 6, 7, 8 minutes, we're 3-0 down when we could have, gone into half time 0-0, and it could have been a different game. But corner to Liverpool, who have played, been decisive with their chances now.
Yeah. I'm just updating the title there to show the current scoreline. Unfortunately for us, it is Manchester United down by 3-0. And Liverpool have another corner.
They won that. They attacked it. We're playing zonal, so we have to attack our zone. But when you're playing zonal, that it's always dangerous when you make that run. He ran from the penalty spot, and it's unstoppable. I mean, if he would have got that target, there's no way we're saving that.
Oh no, Moss! Please tell me you're joking.
So Veghorst is coming off, and Garnacho's coming on. So I imagine Garnacho's going to play on the left, and Fred's coming off from McTominay. So McTominay hopefully get some physical dominance in there. Come on, McTominay.
And you know what the worst thing about this is? We're going to be listening to the likes of Graham Souness wax lyrical about how Manchester United's performance to this point has been a facade, and that A, B, and C, and blah, 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 blah. And until such time as we answer by making a statement victory against Liverpool, that's going to be hanging over our heads at this stage, unfortunately, I think.
There we go again. I mean, we just tried to play the ball out. They just crunched us. And we play it again now. Here, Luke Shaw's got the ball. It's getting closed down, tight areas, and we have to crash it. And we just about luckily get a fortunate there. Martinez plays it off Salah, and we get a throw. It's very difficult playing the ball out when you haven't got someone who can kick. And I have to repeat this. I know people might be annoyed with me, but I'll just say what I see. And I just think, compare the two keepers, it's like night and day. Is Rashford, he could have got... He wants a foul. He's fuming.
Do you know, it's amazing the way, though, a goal can change the path of a game.
Yeah.
It had all the hallmarks of a 0-0 prior to that first Liverpool goal. Neither team seemed to have been kind of doing enough in front of goal. Then halftime came in. Klopp had a very easy team talk to give. You're 1-0 up. Put this thing to bed and see how you get on.
Is Trent moving forward? And Salah's got space out wide here. They can't pick him out. So run here from Garnacho gets munched and eaten up from Salah and Elliott. Here's Salah pushing forward, and there. Well done, McTominay. Stop that. So Salah's done well working back a couple of times now. I think at 3-0 now, they've got they're very enthusiastic, and we just got to keep our shape. Really, just keep disciplined in here. That's a lovely triangle there with Gakpo, Elliott, and there's a foul. Martinez is very losing his head there. Took out his man, Gakpo, because it's a nice play. When someone plays like that, you want to put a stop to it. So Martinez walk away from the ref, but he has to take a yellow in his face. What do you think of Gakpo today? Well, today he's been fantastic, but what do you think of him? Yeah. Guys, what do you think of Gakpo in the comments? He's played brilliantly, took his finished really well. And Martinez, he's got to lose his head. He can't allow people to make triangles around us and not take a man out. So there's a good free kick here from outside the box. You've got Salah and Trent over the ball, doing that masked talk like people can lip read. It looks like it might be Trent, maybe. Come on, United. Let's get back in this. 60 minutes gone. 60 plus, 61, 62 minutes gone. Free kick here for Liverpool.
Apologies, I had the father ringing me, and he's the kind of lad that if you don't answer the phone to him, he'll just keep ringing you. So I had to jump out for a second.
No worries. Set play here by Liverpool to the back post. It's gone out for a corner. Well done, Dalot. This is character building, guys. I mean, look, we've been playing really well. We've had some tough tasks. We won the cup. We beat Barcelona. But this was a bit too much for us today. Concentration levels, I think it comes down to.
There definitely is going to need to be a lot of learnings from this, because I have to say this. Liverpool have not been great this year.
Yeah.
They have been struggling, and they have served us up. So there's obviously a lot of body work to be done by Manchester United Football Club in order to get us to where we need to be. But whatever about losing a game to Liverpool Football Club, because that can always happen. To be down 3-0, that is a statement.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. I don't feel it really represents the game. I think we've been in the game. Garnacho gives the ball away there. Yeah, I think we've been in the game. It just does. It's not a true reflection of how it is. Scoreline. It sounds like a battering, but we've done really well. I think we set up well. The tactics were good from the start. It's just that it's conceded at the wrong time, and here they go again.
But I think what it is a statement of though on Monday is finishing in the final third and the utilisation of the chances. A number of the commenters have said throughout this watch-along that Manchester United needed to have taken their chances at the start of this game. They did not. And because of that, we are where we are now.
Yeah. As long as the thing is, I mean, now Liverpool got the ball, they're popping it around. Just need to stay in our shape and just don't panic. Don't panic. We will get chances. We will, 100%. Because you look at their fullbacks, they're not even on the screen. They're so high up, so deep. If we just wait for a transition, we can get players played in, most certainly. Just be patient, guys. There we go.
Obviously.
They played it out. Lovely there by Liverpool. Can we get that? Yes, Scott McTominay. Well done. And what's the referee giving here? What's the referee giving here? Scott McTominay came in a bit of afters, and he gets a card. They're trying to say it's a red card, I imagine. But Scott McTominay got the ball and followed through, maybe. So he came through, got the ball, and they're saying it's high. Got the ball first, and I don't think that's a yellow card. I don't think it's a yellow card at all. The studs were high, but I don't think it's intentional. But yeah, fair enough. They're going to give the free kick.
Vincent Bullock is saying when they showed Alex Ferguson on TV watching the game, he should have been standing up and walking away from it to show this grace to this game. So Vincent isn't happy with Manchester United performance. Bill Baggio, McSauce hooked ball away for F's sake. So he's not happy with the ref decision there. Tyrone is exchanging with Bart, and Bilal is saying, "Oh, chance here for Garnacho." No. Bilal is saying this has all the hot feelings of the 2009 game. I'm trying to remember what actually happened in that 2009 game. You don't happen to remember?
Help us out, bro.
Andy Williams. We haven't been disgraced today. We competed well, but Liverpool performed today in front of goal. Yeah, that is kind of the hallmark. If Manchester United converted one of their early chances, maybe it might have painted a different picture today.
They're breaking here. We've got players ahead of the play. Here's Nunes. Plays in. Oh, lovely there by Scott McTominay. Cuts it out. But Salah's in a goal.
No. Back off.
4-0. That's a lovely finish with his right foot. But that's straight from the corner. I mean, they broke from the corner. We have players ahead of the play. And, not enough insurance there. Even though McTominay made a good interception there and challenge, it fell to Salah. And unfortunately, he's turned in the box and just shot with his right foot into the roof of net. It's 4-0.
I'm looking at Ten Hag's face. And that is the face that he's going to absolutely murder people in the change room because he doesn't look happy.
It's 4-3 there. Yeah, they've played it through. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that will come off McTominay.
I think what you have to... 3 of those goals were critical errors on Manchester United's part, defensively. And the big difference is Liverpool, in front of goal, have stuck ball in net. Manchester United have put it into Alisson's hands.
Yeah. This is good for Liverpool Football Club. Clearly, they're pushing for top 4. You could see, they'll be like roused by this game here.
It's hard to actually see redeeming factors to the way this has transpired at this stage.
It's just unfortunate. Look, Liverpool, good team. They've always been a good team. It's just this season they've been off the boil. But when it comes to Anfield and playing against Man United, they knew they had to step up today. And this 4-0 is sad, really, to be that scoreline down to them. But it's not the end. Yeah, this is a long season. We've still got 14 games to go. We can still turn this around, you know. I know it's hard losing to these guys, but boy, here they go again. That's a foul by Luke Shaw. No need for that. And now he's going a bit of afters. He's going to get booked for this, Shaw. Come on.
He's probably going to walk. He could walk.
Don't lose your head, Shaw.
Is he going to walk?
Let's see what he did first. I mean, it's just frustration, isn't it?
Omondi, is it safe to say that this is the worst defeat that we've had all season?
No, I think we had. Right. I think we're in good shape. I think losing to City, that was quite bad. Losing to Brentford, that was pretty bad. I think the Brentford result was the worst one. This we've shown. Look, we've set up right. It's just that the Premiership is such a top league, and playing away at these clubs is really difficult. So we're still not. Yeah, that's not. Stop it, Nunes. Don't try it. Yeah. So I think we still need to sort of respect the league and understand that, boy, you know, if you want to win this title, it's going to take something immense, and maybe we're just not there yet, based on what we're seeing today.
Do you notice the experience of Salah there? He literally grabbed him by the collar and went, heel, Nunes, heel. Yeah. We're 4-0 up. Don't be an idiot. Yeah. Don't get suspended.
So throw out there from De Gea, sort of like Schmeichel-esque, and sets Rashford up, but he's going to get closed down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 around him. Managed to get away, and well done there. Plays to McTominay, we recycle the ball. Now let's see what we can do with it. Martinez getting closed down, pings it into feet. Luke Shaw, he's got a man outside him, which is Bruno on the left. He plays it inside again. Little triangle. Garnacho's in the box. Luke Shaw gets crowded out. They're calling for something there, and Bruno. Right, Bruno's calling for something. He got frustrated and he chopped his man. That's not how you. It's like childish a bit. We're frustrated. I like most out. I mean, it's handball. He's calling for handball, and because of that, he went and chopped the man instead of the ball.
Yeah,
is that handball. He had to land on that hand. I don't think it's handball. I mean, that's his landing hand.
And Bruno actually, that was a bit of afters from Bruno.
Big time.
Just
keep your head, boys. Keep your heads.
I think at this stage, it's at 3-0. I said we needed to ride it out and not concede any more goals. The message is the same. Liverpool are already battering us, and if conceding any more goals could do untold damage.
Yeah.
Like we've clearly are making progress under Erik ten Hag. The mentality that Manchester United have been playing with is obviously at a different level to what it was. We spoke about how the squad, the bench looked strong today. But I suppose when you don't take your chances, when you're gifted opportunities in front of goal, you have to convert. Manchester United lacked in that conversion. And I suppose that brings me to the question that I have for the chat. Marcus Rashford obviously has been shooting the lights out since World Cup. He has been the goal scorer in chief for Manchester United. But when you look at the next man up, there's a major cliff face from where Rashford is in his goals this season to, I think it's actually, is it Fred on 5 or 6 that is next man up in terms of goals scored? So
maybe we need more contribution from other players for goals. Can't just be heavily dependent on one man here.
You need 3 to 4 players coming into double figures in each season in order to be, I suppose, fighting on all fronts. Because if you have one man, like even Cristiano Ronaldo in his prime, and he was getting you 30 odd goals a season, you still can't have 100% the scoring burden on that player. You need people coming in and contributing to it.
Boy, lovely
a break
play
here, Rashford, 1-on-1.
Oh, bury that!
Penalty.
Lovely
That's
tackle
penalty.
there. Lovely tackle from Trent. He got across. That's the sort of move we've been trying all game. It's lovely played through by Dalot there. And he was offside anyway. Bruno would have been offside. He squared it for Rashford, but Trent came across. Take out your feet, bam! He tried to take another touch, Rashford. He should have hit first touch into your stride and bury it. But Trent done well there to come across and take that out. Good defending there.
Bilal is saying Luke Shaw doesn't know what offside is. Obviously, that he's been caught a number of times. Rashford, 1-on-1, rounding.
Round the keeper!
Oh!
Post. 2 chances in a minute. He's for a corner, but no way. Once again, he got played in. See, there are chances there. There are chances for us.
Tony Fox is here laughing at us being served up. Bart is bantering the living daylights out of us. And in fairness, Tony, nobody here on the main agenda ever thought we were winning the league. We were looking to... Did you?
I thought it was possible. I thought we could beat most teams. But coming to Liverpool just proved to be a bit too much. I mean, but when you analyse the game, I just thought we played well. We played decent. It's just a game. They've overrun us now.
Mr. B, our condolences to you having to listen to your brother at the moment. He's probably like a bear buzzard in your ear. So, unfortunately, Liverpool are just coming at us in droves now. They're basically saying we have no respect for this United defence and we're going to do what we want. Really, aren't they?
No, come on. Just gives it away when we've got possession of the ball. Salah's looking for a foul here and he gets it. Yeah. Using his body well, shielding the ball and gets a foul.
Yeah, we're getting this from all ends now. Bart is having the time of his life.
Yeah, well done, Liverpool. It's about time you got a positive result out here after you got whooped at home against Real Madrid. About time, yeah. That was embarrassing. Don't talk about that embarrassing. That was shameful. 2-0 up and you get beat 5-2. We're mighty Liverpool. Disgracing Premiership in Europe. I'm joking. I'm just a bit sad at the moment. Whipped in cross, back posts, cleared, and Henderson's got the ball. No one's gone out to him. They're taking their time. He's whipped it in.
Oh,
and they scored a fifth. No one went out to the man. Come on. It's Nunez scored a 5th goal. It's 5-0. And he's telling the camera, he's saying, look at us. That was a good move again, but I think a bit lethargic getting out to Henderson. You know, give him that sort of time and space to cross the ball. He's going to pick out a man, which is exactly what he did.
Yeah. At this stage,
a rude awakening, guys.
This is entering the embarrassing area. This is entering the farcical realms. Manchester United collectively, as a team, have given up today. Ten Hag is trying to get them to at least push through and finish out the game like a team, but collectively they've given up out there.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to get out to Henderson early.
Like, I've said it and I say it again. This Liverpool team by virtue of quotes from Liverpool fans themselves, have no midfield this year. And we've been carved up. We haven't won the exchanges in midfield. We've given them the confidence, and they have totally and utterly binned us.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one to take this. A very hard game to take. I remember the 5-0 at Old Trafford. Here they go. Sure. Yeah, we're at 5-0 Old Trafford. This is up there with that. Even though we're a bit more competitive in this game. But, come on, stop diving. Trying to get short sent off. Here's Salah. Plays it into Fabinho outside the box. Plays it wide. It's free. He's got so much time and space. Gakpo dinks in a little cross. And Dalot clears it. Well done. And they get the second ball. And they start to turn it over again, recycle it again.
Sentiments of the comments.
Ooh.
Tyrone, this is an average Liverpool side, obviously by the standards of what they have been in recent years. And they are hosing us. Salah is better than anything we have going forward, and he apparently is finished. I wouldn't say that anybody would have thought Salah was finished. I think what a lot of people felt was the loss of Mane put a big, big burden on him as the attacker-in-chief. But obviously, since then, they've signed Gakpo, they've signed Nunes, and they've signed many other players. And this is a luxury now that Klopp is able to do a 4-person substitution, because he's now got this in his back pocket going into next season, when he has had a chance to reevaluate his squad in the summer, that he put a 5-0 whooping on our manager. And the only way for Manchester United at this stage to rectify that balance is we need to do something similar to them once we get our acting gear, because the redeeming factors of today are zero.
I'm not going to be all doom and gloom about it, man. We've had a good season. This is just one bad result. We've had Man City, we've had Brentford. These are games where we conceded more than 4 goals. And you can ask yourself, what's that about? I think we're learning. We're trying to get better as a team. And in that process, we're going to get tanked like this. This has to stop. Next season, it will be unacceptable. But this season, we're up there. We're pushing. We're going to learn from this. We always come back stronger. That's to be the sign of the season. We get beat like that, and we come back stronger and go on a good run of games. So I think the guys, with the games coming in thick and fast now, the guys just need to settle down and say, right, let's forget about this and move on. We have been, look at the positives.
And Ole Conley hasn't been in 6 months. We haven't seen him in 6 months, but he's here today.
Oh, naturally. As the Bond villain would say, I've been expecting you, Ole Conley. Yes.
But what do you think are the worries coming out of this game? Because obviously we have been beaten.
No worries. I mean, just you could say complacency. We had a cup final. We had such a good run. Leicester, Barcelona, cup final, and then we just about beat West Ham with a B team or with a few substitutions. To come here and expect us to beat Liverpool after all that, I mean, this is tough. It's a tough run, isn't it? And
I think to be fair, Monday, though, sorry to cut across you, but it's not about the beating of Liverpool. It's not about them even winning. It's 5-0.
Yeah, but they did us last year 5-0 as well. Let them have their momentum. They're a big club. Let them have their bragging rights or whatever. We're still above them. 7 points now. But this should be our wake-up call. And just to remind us what a tough league this is. This is top draw, this league. And at any given time, you can get a thrashing like this, as we've experienced 3 times this season already with Brentford, Man City and Liverpool now.
Bill Baggio, we are not intelligent out there on Monday. Players need to be intelligent in big games. Go 1 down, and we should be keeping it tight. And obviously, he's saying that we haven't, and the floodgates in the second half have opened. Andrew Williams saying, Shaw, lucky boy, to be still on pitch. So obviously, the accumulation of tackles are racking up.
Oh, don't Bruno. Stop. Calm down, Bruno. Keep your head. He's going to wind you up. He just throws the ball at you and you get wound up. Yeah, I do agree. I mean, it's about character here. Keep your heads. I know it's embarrassing, this sort of call. I've been in games where I've been playing and I've been losing, getting thumped and I've nearly got tears in my eyes as a player because it means so much to you. It's embarrassing. And then they sit little things players might say, you know, like, come on, man, you know, I thought you were good, or I thought you were a good player, or something. This is what gets to you. And I can see like Martinez had to come off because he was going to, you know, butcher somebody eventually. He wouldn't allow this. Here they are again, second ball winning outside the box, Elliott, and it's gone straight to the keeper. But fair play. I mean, look, Liverpool have done really well today to get this result. Garnacho, come on, bro. Come on, bro, my little bro, Garnacho. You'll learn from this, son. Bruno kicks out. The guy runs through. It's frustrating here. Whips it across. And I'm sure Liverpool cheering everything right now.
I think I'm just going to pull down this team because at this stage we don't need to be analysing what can come on to influence the game. The game is as it was, absolutely done. It's 5-0. There's 82 minutes played, and it's. I'm struggling to see anything positive in terms of the way that we approach the game today. I'm seeing
Rebel. I disagree. We started the game okay. We created chances. Just that once that first goal went in, we had to sort of push on. Or the players felt they had to push on, and then Liverpool just exploited us. As they
Liverpool attacking here again. Another ball coming across. Nobody defend. Oh, for the love of God!
It's 6-0. Take a card for taking his shirt off as well. Looks like he's been at the gym taking creatine or something. My gosh. Jesus Christ. 6-0. 6-0. Blows and skirts. This is not good at all. Everything. I mean, there's spaces all over. We were all over the place. Look at Sancho. Look at Martinez. Look at the manager. They know they've got work to do. They know tomorrow they'll be in training. Salah looks like a heavyweight boxer. Look at this build. Bloody hell. No wonder he's so strong. He can hold up the ball. He's a top goal scorer for Liverpool in the Prem now. Taking over from Fowler. Yeah, I mean, look, this is a mauling now for the scoreline. It's all been in the second half, hasn't it? I mean, a minute before half time, and then all these 5 goals in the second half. And look,
VAR is coming into play. Doesn't really matter. Let's call a spade here on Monday. When we were under Ollie, when we were under other managers, and we got slapped to the level that we have been slapped today, we were questioning some of the players. We were questioning their attitudes. We were questioning their want to play for this badge. Today, we were in this game up till about the 42nd minute. We conceded a goal before half time. We didn't make any changes at half time, and we just let the game get away from us. Marcus Rashford has been pulled off the pitch because at this stage, Eric's just kind of going, what's the point of leaving him out there? But Manchester United collectively collapsed. All the work that we've done in mentality, and I'm sure Eric's going to absolutely redden them tonight. It just seems to desert them. And whatever about losing a game, we needed to lose in our shields, and we didn't.
Oh, man, it's sad, isn't it? Sad. We've done really well, but then occasionally you get a reminder of how tough this league is, and how far maybe we are from being the team that we want to be, which maybe should challenge in for titles and that kind of thing. Well done to Liverpool.
Mr. B is saying Bruno is asking to come off. If that's the case, yeah. If that's the case, I have a lot of questions about what Bruno is seeking to do at Manchester United, because it is at the purview of the manager to bring you off. Well, and if you
Yeah, you're right. He shouldn't be saying that unless he's injured.
I would have thought that, depending on what happens with Maguire, that Bruno was going to be the obvious shout to be a captain. But if you're looking to hide from this result, then that doesn't show the badge of a captain, in my view.
I think we've seen Bruno, he's get frustrated, he's kicking out, he's lashing out, he's complaining about things. It's not going his way today. It means so much to him. I don't think it's any... I'm not going to criticize him about his captaincy, whatever. It's just that he's a winner. He wants to win. It means a lot to him. He's getting a bit... He needs to sort of... Upon reflection, you've got to give him a break and say, look, you should have done that. You should have called to come off or whatever. But you need to learn. You're going to get wound up by these guys, by the fans, by the fellow players. You don't know what they're whispering in his ear. His buttons are being pushed, and he's a red hot right now. And thank God it's not Martinez on the pitch right now, because we'll be looking at a red card or something like that, especially with Casemiro. Bruno's out there feeling it. He's feeling embarrassed. He's feeling upset, and he wants to kick out and lash out. And we keep fouling over and over again, and Liverpool just like riding it and just taking the mickey right now. I
think it's at this stage though. This has to now be factored into the worst performance of the season, because
yeah, you're right. I did say Brentford, but now judge it over the last 10-15 minutes. The last goal, the Nunes goal, didn't close down the man. We're losing it. We lost our heads out here. Clearly, they're getting wound up, and they can't handle it.
Is it safe to call it that we've been embarrassed by Liverpool now?
Yeah, of course. 6-0 is embarrassing. And I hope these guys, the players, are crying. I hope they have tears in their eyes, just from embarrassment. Here they go again. Salah plays him in. Back heel, maybe.
Oh
my God, it's 7. Oh, my gosh. Firmino. They keep playing that ball in front of guys, and no one's going with a runner. And it's 7-0.
Mr. B.
Unbelievable.
Andrew. UK Strains, Stuart, K Slater, Emma. It's 7-0.
Robertson looks... there's a player. Someone's come on the pitch. A fan or something. He's lashed out at Robertson, maybe. I don't know what happened there, but it's stupid. Look, everyone's losing their heads right now. I mean, this is really... Yeah.
Klopp is...
Well done, Klopp, for having to go at the guy. I don't know who he supports.
It's a Liverpool fan. It's a Liverpool fan. Is it? Yeah. Because Manchester United fans don't have access to the pitch.
Liverpool, the Klopp was done right, cussing the Liverpool fan there. Should have gone out and slapped him like Klopp. Here we go again. Give the ball away. They were first to the ball. Love space. Again, always about space. Out here, Salah plays it into an area outside the box. Could have been a back heel. Just has time to turn and shoot. It's too much. I mean, the heads are gone. Heads gone, as they say. Has time to turn and shoot. And the guy who's leaving the club at the end of the season, he's loved at this club, Liverpool. Firmino. How you got time to turn and shoot, man? Jeez and peas. How you got time to turn and shoot?
What I have to question is Dallow's positioning there. He tried to stick a boot out, but he was already behind the goal line. What were you trying to achieve when you were...
Yeah. Well, he couldn't stop his run. He tried to run back.
On Monday, I suppose, look, in terms of the result has been in the books for quite some time now. In terms of the individual players, is Erik ten Hag looking at some of them and saying, we're looking at Casemiro on bench, we're looking at Martinez on bench, we're looking at Rashford on bench. Is there any of those players that are still out on the pitch that Ten Hag is saying, you've shown me now where you are in terms of wanting to fight for your place in the pitch and in starting 11?
I think, I'm sure he would have an opinion, but I think it's a collective thing. I wouldn't pick out individual players today. I can't think right at this moment of individual players. I know Bruno's had a bit of a nightmare crying, and but it means something to him. It's not because he's a bitch. I think it's because it means something to him, and he's got frustrated. His buttons have been pushed. All our buttons have been pushed by this. Liverpool gone out there. They've wound us up, and they're really taking the mickey right now. Just think what they could be saying to you right now. You know, you're rubbish. You cost how much? You know, or look at that. Look at your touch. How's your touch? So it's like embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Come on, I'll take you for a run. Let's not take you for a run. That kind of thing. And this is where they're losing their heads. So you can't allow them to get to you. People like Robinson and back post. Oh, lucky.
Yeah,
Robinson's like that. Trent's been winding people up. You know, it's and you don't know. It's really bad look for Man U. And Bruno can't get a good delivery in, and we've got a break here again. And it doesn't get close to him. It has to sacrifice. It's Dalot against Jota. They got runners in the box. Well done, Dalot. But the first man to the ball is a Liverpool player. And they get a recycle again. It's Milner. Yeah.
Just in terms of your captain, every player is going to have days that go against them. I don't think anybody's going to question that. Liverpool will have days like they did against Real Madrid that don't go against them. But I think the one difference from what I saw of those Liverpool players that day is they didn't seem to stop fighting. Whereas I got the sense that United's mental strength seemed to dissipate and their will seemed to dissipate. Is that, like, there's been questions hanging over Bruno Fernandes for a long time in terms of he's willing to fight in the trenches when the times are tough, that he doesn't seem to be present and accounted for and standing to put his sword out there, and if he has to fall on it, that
I'm not having that now. But carry on. I want to hear what you've got to say about this.
I suppose I'm only kind of pulling from the sentiments that I'm seeing in over the last couple of months, that the speculation that Bruno doesn't fight when times are tough, when the game is going wrong, that he becomes a passenger. Now, taking today's farce out of the equation, because we were beaten and beaten well by, and I think Ola Connolly and Bart will admit this, by an under par Liverpool team this season. There was too many people in the Manchester United team that shrunk into their shells. Do you think that is at all accurate? Are there players that Ten Hag thought that he could build around that he might be forced to abandon, making them the frame of his team now?
I think, guys, as a professional player, and shame that you feel from a result like this, I hope you cry tonight. I hope all you players have tears in your eyes walking off the pitch right now. One, because you disgraced yourselves by losing like this. You were part of this game. At least Harry Maguire can sit there and say, nothing to do with me. You know, whatever. I'm joking there. But, you know, if you play this game, you're going to feel gutted. Not just that. And two, you know you're going to be worked tomorrow in training. And the manager's going to grill you. The manager won't have this. This is what I like about our manager. He will not have this. This is unacceptable. It's about character. Keep your shape. Keep compact. This is one game in the Blue Moon. City 6-3. The 4-0 against Brentford early in the season. These games have come along, which shows the cracks from before. So whereas we're going forward, moving with something, there's still an element of weakness that we had in our side for the last couple of years under Ole Solskjaer, under Ralph Rangnick, and before. The character is rebuilding, but there's still little cracks in our personality, in our character, and occasionally it comes out. Today, it's been exposed completely. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think results like this sometimes slap you in the face and wake you up. And sometimes when you need to hit the wall to turn it around, you might feel everything's going great, but this is just a back slap, like not a forehand. It's like a bitch slap across the mouth, saying, you're not ready. You know, take that, Man United. And that's what we deserve. So hopefully we'll find out from this result today, we will find out who's got the character to turn it around. How will people react? How are people going to react to this? What are they going to say? What are they going to do? Accusation about Bruno. He's going to have to feel that. The fans will, like Mr. B, will be saying a lot of shit about Bruno, considering they're questioning his heart. You know, that's the worst thing you can do as a player. I don't question his heart. I just think he's passionate and he's got winded up today. They pushed his buttons all over. They got to him, and he was crying in the end and looking for any kind of foul, kicking out of people, all kinds of stupidness. This is what happens at the top level of the game, and it happens in Sunday football as well. You want to come see my last week Sunday football? Disgrace some of the things that were going on from some of the players. They got wound up so much. So this is one of the things. 7-0 is a disgraceful result, but it's a good season so far. Let's hope the players show enough character and turn this around and fix all the problems from the past, because they're coming up. They're raising the ugly head again. It's like regurgitating all that sick from the past. It's like one of them games. It's coming up again. Whereas we've been having a lot of medicine curing ourselves all season, but this has brought it all up again, and now we're blowing chunks all over the place, and it's 7-0, and it's ugly and disgusting. It stinks.
On Monday, obviously the Man United agenda, we're a bit short-staffed this weekend, so obviously it would only be me and you if we were to kind of jump off here and go straight into a reaction show. So I propose we do a short little reaction to this game here in the final 10 minutes, and have that as our reaction show for what was a less than desirable game. But there are a few comments I think that we need to hit, because it's not just us that's disappointed in today. The fans are as well.
Can I just hit this comment out? Marvin, I hear you, bro. Here's a pimp slap like that. Bow. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel. And big up to you, man. Good to see you joining us today. But bad. Don't want to meet under these circumstances again. Come and join us when we're winning, and give it a big talk. Anyway, love you, Marvin. Enough respect.
Long is saying Manchester United fans bailed early, and obviously, as you know, in Premier League, normally the safety commissioners would be kind of saying, no, nobody leaves until the agreed point in which their plan of action to let away fans go would be the case. But they let United fans leave today. Andrew Williams, we were very bad, but when the going gets tough, the tough should get going. So again, echoing the sentiment of Manchester United essentially collapsing and rolling over. Vincent Bullock, 7-0. Very, 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 very poor. What is happening to this team that smashed Newcastle and won a cup? Neil is saying absolutely fuming. Andrew saying Bruno led the retreat. Emma, there's going to be so many mental problems. People need to chill. It is Eric's first season. It's normal. Klopp got battered a few times. I suppose, Emma...
Big comment, Emma. Big comment. That's why I respect Emma, man. That's the best comment so far.
I want to ask Emma a question. Not so much about the result, but what I want to ask you, in terms of the players and the mentality and, I suppose, the willingness to fall on their sword and die on their shields, is some of the players that were out there today, did they show that they have a bit of a yellow streak, that they have a lack of want for the fight that Ten Hag is trying to bring?
Rebel, you're asking the question. You answer that question. Because you're teasing, you're pushing my buttons. I feel like Bruno getting wound up. What do you think? Because you're sort of implying a lot of stuff there. What do you think? You've seen the game now. Are you saying, do you think that's true?
I do have questions over Bruno's mentality.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I do have questions over his willingness to fight for the team. Like, I saw a lot of players that were still trying to do stuff. Luke Shaw made mistakes, but he didn't go missing. He kept fighting. He kept plugging. Casemiro, Martinez, they were taken off for their own safety in terms of getting sent off. They were still willing to fight. They had the want, the desire to get stuck in. And while Bruno, undeniably, he's talented. He has the ability to conduct the way a game is taking place. But I'm starting to kind of, when I look at other central midfielders, like Manchester United took batterings when Roy Keane was the centre midfielder. But you know what Roy Keane did? He went out and he left his mark, and his presence made the players fight, even though it might be a lost cause. The game might have been over. There would be a fight. There would be a gritted doggedness to leave some bit of a mark on the game, that when you go in and you sit down and review it, you could talk about the redeeming factors what we done when we were in the face of adversity. And if we were to play what we did in the last 10-15 minutes, that would then serve us better. But Manchester United, the game footage that Ten Hag will be reviewing, he will struggle to find those redeeming factors. Because I said it to you at 3-0, I said it to you at 4-0. Manchester United need to take charge of the remaining portion of this game, not concede any further goals, and come out of it with some bit of a level of respect and something to hold on to. They did not.
Fair enough. I think we should just quit here because I'm really not in the mood anymore. Yeah.
I will just finish out with a few comments because I think it is important as the agenda that we give the fans their viewpoints. And we will close out. I'm just going to read them. And obviously give us your views in the comments after the show. Solo saying, I would not say get carried away, the team will bounce back. Bill Baggio, nothing worse than seeing Douglas smiling. Bart being Bart. Matthew Bassett, hopefully our potential new owners will be watching this and overhaul the squad. There will be a show possibly on potential changes to Premier League for next season. The Athletic is actually after releasing an interesting article on possible changes to VAR and other things. Elias was saying he would fine a lot of them. Stuart Marshall, the United fans should have their money refunded. That was embarrassing. I'll be honest with you, what I do not want to see today, we saw too much last season, is a suite of apology tweets. The Harry Maguire apology tweet became a meme because obviously he was the captain and he was the one that had to do it. I do not want to see an apology tweet. What I want to see is an apology performance and then go out and show Real Betis that they are Manchester United, not the whimpering babies that retreated into the night today, because that's what I feel that the end of that game was. It was collapse. Stuart Marshall, a good friend of mine, was there today, left at 4-0. Obviously a very disappointing day out for him. Bill is talking to Solo. There's a talk about the takeover. Emma K, just a little stat for us. This is only our 5th loss of the season. When we lose big. Stuart, freak result. We go again on Thursday. Disappointment is an understatement. My brother's a gooner. He's going to be intolerable later on when I'm playing PlayStation. MK, yes, I agree. Up to the 42nd minute, Manchester United were playing very well. And I think, again, you'll have to come back to a point that was made. I can't remember, was it by Linville or who was it earlier on in the Watchalong, that Manchester United needed to finish their dinner in front of goal. And I think we have spoken about this during the game. The burden of the goal scoring on Rashford is going to need to be shared. You cannot have one player doing all your goal scoring, because when they go quiet and they go dry,
2 from Gakpo, couple from Salah, 2 from Nunes or whatever, I've run out of people who scored for them.
And don't forget Bobby.
Bobby Firmino, yeah.
3 comments left. Bruno Fernandes was an embarrassment, and we will have our take with Andy, I'd imagine either tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm not sure which day he's coming on, where we will ask him about whether or not Bruno Fernandes asking to come off completely and utterly rules him out of ever being Manchester United captain. UK Strange, Monday is so chill. Believe me, UK, I've seen him Monday when he's chill. There's a raging fire of anger burning inside of Monday right now, and he's just waiting for me to get through these comments and finish out because he wants to break a man at the moment. And Monday looks, 100%. And finally, some of these players aren't fit to wear the badge. Matthew Bassett, if you would do us a favour, give us a comment on the show after it finishes. Just elaborate your thinking behind that, because we would love to kind of, I suppose, tease that out as, I suppose, the horror of this defeat does kind of sink in and we start to piece together where it went wrong. But It hasn't been a great day for the Man United agenda. I have been rebel. And Monday has been my partner in crime for what is, to be fair,
we witnessed the crime. We witnessed we're victims. You should draw out a white line with chalk and say, instead of our faces, next time, I'm going to put a chalk body me because I feel bodied right now. I just feel like really disappointed. 7-0 to the Scousers. That's bad. And like you say, people are pointing fingers, whatever. I don't want to be too down on the player because we've had a good season. But, I mean, you do feel like, I feel distraught right now. I want my anger, but I don't want to direct it at players. I don't want to direct it at anything. I want to say well done to Liverpool. They've done really well to get that result. But the Bruno thing, that's a discussion I want to see where he said. I want to know the reasons why. Me thinking about Bruno, I think he loves the club, for one. I think, two, he wants to win. And he feels shame. Maybe he's crying like a baby. But that's not, to me, it's not a disgrace. The be a disgrace is like, fuck this team, fuck you, your shit, fuck that. If he's doing all that, that'd be a disgrace. And saying, fuck, I don't play with these boys there. If he was saying, like, take me off, these guys are shit, then I'd be saying, nah, bruv, that's not on. But if he's saying, oh, man, like he's Latin, oh, man, mamma mia, take me off, like Di Canio did that one time, didn't it? So take me off, just no, that sort of thing. I think he loves the club. I think he's a leader. I like what he does for us. He works really hard. Let's review it, guys. And I appreciate all your comments, everything else. But let's review it before we really trash him just yet.
I just want to. There's a point that was made by a buddy of mine. He's another Manchester United fan, and apparently this was a record-winning margin for Liverpool against Manchester United. So,
love you, Strange, by the way. Not respectful. And everyone in the comments.
For those that are expecting a reaction show, obviously, because we're a small bit short-handed this weekend, myself and Omondi have done our best to try and give you a reaction here at the end of the watch-along. There's 17 of you still with us in the chat, despite the harrowing affair that was the Manchester United demolition by Liverpool. I suppose we'll have to take time to let this sink in, and we will be looking maybe at possibly, I suppose, dissecting the crime, as Monday said, during the show tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on when Andy is available to us, because I'm sure he's definitely going to have plenty to say on the matter, because there are going to be a lot of questions surrounding Bruno in the media in the next couple of days, whether or not he did ask to come off, his, I suppose, his cadence on the pitch as to whether or not he shrunk into the night and didn't show the fight. We've learned lessons today, as UK Strange has said, but we will go again. Manchester United will wave its red flag high. It never dies. It never dies. But from us, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you all tomorrow.